Welcome everyone to a night out on the DL. We are on session 49, almost hit that half century mark. Will we survive until then? I certainly hope so. Mr. BigYin, take it away with the recap.
Right. Well, in an attempt to get Matt Mercer's attention, I'm going to try and do as good a job in this recap as I can. So, a lot of stuff happened where we picked up last time. The BigYin was a bear. We had just killed a bunch of minions, as we had been kind of for the last couple sessions. Been killing, cultists, running away from cultists, coming back, killing more cultists, then killing mercenaries and sparing mercenaries. And so, where we had left off, there was a big fight going on in the main chamber, and we had spared some cultists. And we rush in, and there's two guys that look exactly alike. I mean, exactly alike. And it's kind of like that weird Spider-Man meme where there's like two Spider-Mans pointing at each other. And so um, we proceed to offer them a deal and say, hey, if you surrender, we'll let you go. One guy is like, oh yeah, I'm all about this. I'm going to take this deal. And then the other guy just does some magic stuff and creates a cloud of darkness and proceeds to try and kill the other guy. And this kind of jives with what some of the mercenaries down in the pit were telling us about a guy just turning this whole chamber dark and just running around killing people. So the BigYin in bear form kind of tries to use his senses to corral one of the bad guys and just sit on him. Ulrich stands outside the magic cloud, continues to talk. There's a bunch of shenanigans. This guy eventually runs away and then ends up dying because Lando goes, has to go ham and go just kill everything because it's let's face it, it's his idiom at this point. And yeah, we have a discussion, and turns out the other mercenary leader guy is actually a half elf warlock whose name is Zanril. And apparently Zanril was attacked by a werewolf, and after being attacked by said werewolf, had woke up with a patron, and the patron informed him that this werewolf had ties to the Black Earth cult. So Zanril goes off on a one-man mission to go punish the Black Earth cult, and runs into us. So with a bit more palaver and realizing that we have some shared goals, we throw in together. Zanril and I go back down to the magical barrier to try and lower it. We can't. The rest of the crew get the prisoners out since we've basically cleared the floor of almost all the baddies. Realizing, we can't do this, we wander back through the garden and activate a couple of gargoyles and dispatch them with and Lando and Ulrich dispatch these guys with some relative ease. I'll point out. We go back in and we disturb the Lich, who's very, very annoyed and doesn't have the password to the barrier. And BigYin goes asking Garfield for help. It's going to cost him, more than likely. Lando also gets in on the conversation. Lando told Garfield told Lando he'd have to research it. And we kind of hit an impasse at that point, and we return to this large center chamber. And as we're sitting here kind of figuring out what we're going to do next, the summoning circle in the top left corner, in the back left corner of that room, starts to pulse, and a demon shows up. And what was the other thing that came with the demon, DM?
There are two demons.
Oh, sorry, it was two demons.
Demetar.
Demetar.
Yeah, a
Demon
and a Demetar. Thank you, sir.
Dementar, as you guys were calling it.
A Dementar, yes. Not a Dementor, not a Dementopata, but a Dementar. And yeah, no, that looked pretty dicey. But so, I'm actually, I really just shouldn't be surprised at this point because thanks to a lot of really good combat and spell work and Ulrich grappling and throwing people on the ground, um, then Lando just kind of rolling like a beast. Just we killed the demons, much to Lando's chagrin, because he wanted to keep them and bring them back to Garfield for bounty. But yeah, Lando. Let's see. Elwarin got the last hit in on the big red demon guy, and we are left now in a weird spot, having fought demons
Yeah.
and waiting for some information from the Garfield.
So a couple points of clarification. It was in the top right corner for
The
the
top right corner. I apologize.
and the boy Zanril has been a warlock for much longer than a month. That would be wild if he hit level 5 in a month. That means y'all are slacking, or level 6.
I mean, the guy's clearly talented.
All I'm saying is that would make you guys look bad if he hit level 6 in a month.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
All right, well, he's been like this for a while. The reason why he's on the cultist trails is because of the werewolf attack. But he's been hearing this voice in his head for a while.
It's been like a year to get to level 6 or whatever we are. That's some time.
I think it's been 2 months.
What?
In game time, I think it's been 2 months. A year in like our world, but like 2 months in game time, I believe.
Wow, man, we're slow.
I mean, level 6 in 2 months is pretty fast. I would like to say like that's some pretty quick engineering there.
I mean, well, all right. Well, just hit me with some digits because I'm new at this.
Sure.
So, like, what's a normal? This is just total table talk here. But what's like a normal, game time? I guess like in game time.
Could be up to a year.
Okay. What about also,
Could be a week. Really
like
depends on the campaign.
How long? I guess what level do you get to normal?
Really depends. Like different campaigns have different kind of mile checkpoints. Some people go up to 20. Other people stop at 10. Other people stop at 5.
Has anybody gotten up to 20?
I haven't personally, but plenty of people have and have level 20 characters. Okay. Mr. Ulrich or Person 34 has had a campaign, I believe, go to level 20. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But I think that was it was a couple of years, right?
7 years.
Jesus, never
Holy
mind.
shit.
I thought it was a couple. I was very off.
That's
very off.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. We will not be.
Awesome.
We will not be playing for 7 years if I can save us.
Yeah.
From ourselves in that situation. Maybe 2, depending on how you guys play it out. But yeah, we'll find out. Cool. Yeah. So you guys have defeated both demons. With the last killing blow, they both went up in flames, leaving you with no bodies and just ash on the ground, as well as the broken. It is fully broken over here. The magic circle. It is no longer glowing. There are still some runes in the ground, but the earth is torn up, and the stone has fully twisted and turned, and almost like if you had cast erupting earth in that location. It's kind of what it looks like.
I mean, that makes sense considering it was an earth demon.
You are a wolf.
Oh, that's right. I am a wolf. Oh.
Yeah, so the wolf howls. BigYin wolf howls. How are the rest of y'all feeling? I think only Ulrich really got beat up that fight.
I stand by the decision that was his entirely own fault.
I don't disagree. Like I said, I'm not here to argue that point. I'm just here.
Straight up, just right when we get out here, it's just like, let me just jump right in, get my ass kicked.
Sure. Like I said,
I mean,
not arguing
I can
that
let
point.
you take the hits next time.
That's exactly what went down, man.
Like I said, I'm not here to argue that point. I'm just saying, just from an HP pool standpoint, like Lando and Zanril are hurt a little bit, but it's mostly just Ulrich.
And Ulrich's not looking good at all.
Nope. You did get some healing though, so you're not looking as bad.
You did get some healing, yeah.
No, not looking great. That's for sure. It is like sometime midday now because you guys have been in here for a few hours now.
Like, Ulrich has his blood flowing under his armor. It's like, all right, well, maybe we should talk to that historian guy. Maybe he would know the name of the cult's patron. What do they call that? The thing that they
Black
worship.
Earth.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we need to say his name, and that's what opens the gate.
That is true.
And
Well,
we happen to know a historian, so maybe he knows who that is.
do we know where we're gonna find him? Did he take off?
Well, I suppose we could probably move a little bit faster than a group of prisoners, right? So even if they did wander off.
Well, I'm just thinking here. We don't even know which way they went.
Oh, fair point.
DM, a bit of table talk. Can you enlighten us as to which way they might have gone out?
They did say Brol Denthar. Like I said, I need to find a more fun way to say that name. He did mention that he was going to wait outside for you guys.
Roldy.
Ooh,
Broly, cool. Could be good. Broldy, got it.
Goldie.
Could be.
Kind of like a dog.
Maybe Thar. Maybe we'll just call him Thar. We'll find out. We'll see how I feel like.
Broldy.
Maybe Den. Maybe let's call him Den.
Den.
Maybe we can call him Denny, like the restaurant Denny's. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see how things flow. We'll see if he's even with you guys long enough to give him a good nickname.
Well, if he's not waiting for us outside, then that makes it easy.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what he says he's
he's
gonna
out
do.
there.
Yeah, whether he's still there or not, different story. That's what he says he's gonna do.
Well, we should
Maybe
check it.
some demons erupted out of the earth and killed them all. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Maybe some flying crows ate them all. Some giant vultures or something. Who knows?
They probably just went south, right?
Yeah, I would assume we just go out the front door and see if we
Okay.
see him anywhere.
All right. Let me just move you guys all there in one group. Are you staying in wolf form, BigYin? You are allowed to. I just want to make sure whether I'm pulling out.
I just don't want to scare anyone.
I mean, there's a giant bear with us, anyways. The wolf. doesn't
Yeah,
have to-
I'll stay in wolf form for now. It seems like it's worth it.
All right. I'm gonna just move you all into one nice group then for me.
And just to confirm, the rat is still guarding the door downstairs, right?
Yes, you have
Mhm.
lost contact with him because of the distance you will be away when you get to the front door.
You gotta bring the
Uh,
dog.
I know. I'm working on it. Folks.
That was going to be my next question. If there's a distance associated with that.
It's mostly just like if you can hear it or not.
He's the head of the pack.
So like think about like if you have like open ways of going. So the current open way of going is through the downstairs here, and you've left that other door open. So that's how the communication link is working. It's not like your ring, or yeah, it's not like your ring at all, right?
All right, then before we leave, I'll tell him if he sees anything, he should come find me.
Okay. He'll do as best as a rat can do, for that matter.
Oh yeah.
guys
I tell him
here.
like he basically knows where we're going out the front door, so
Sure.
everybody
You
can
guys there.
do with that.
And as you guys get there, as you guys kind of get out the front door, you see the group waiting a little bit further away from the entrance. A little bit further south, they kind of are hiding behind a mountain. Well, like not a mountain, like a hill. I guess is what you'd probably you'd probably think of it as. Yeah, he's says, "Oh, gentlemen, yes, welcome. I've forgotten his voice. If you can't tell, this is his voice now. Are we safe to leave now? Is that what's happening?"
Well, we have taken care of just about everyone in the first 2 levels. We can't get into the 3rd floor. We need to know what the name of the entity that these people are worshiping. You happen to know that?
Let's have Zanril roll me a d20.
Me?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Why not? That seems like it'd be a fun thing for you to roll. Oh, 16, not bad. He kind of sits there and he ponders for a bit. He's like, Could you explain like what kind of cult we're dealing with? I know they like rocks because they've been having this mine. I don't really know much else.
It's the cult of the Black Earth, I believe, is what they call themselves. There's this. I explained like the stone, like the metal stone.
Yeah, and as you describe it, he's like, "Oh, that, oh." So they're not actually, huh? I don't know how to quite describe this. They are secretive to the point where not many know of them, but those that do seem to know them very well. Mr. SpectrlShade, your clicky clackety is happening when you type YPD. I don't know where I was going with the typing portion. I apologize for everybody for that. That'll probably be edited out.
He took offense to that.
I took offense to that. That was awful.
He just rolled out.
He's like, fine, I'll type in silence.
And he's like, it might start with an O.
All right. Well, how many of these beings are there that?
So if you're talking about the elemental gods, there are many, but these guys seem evil, perhaps you would say?
Yeah, they seem pretty evil. They are consorting with demons. I don't know if that's a thing.
This has me at a loss. I know there are 4 elemental evils. I don't know their names. They have been lost to time for most, as most will say to you. But they have to be written down somewhere. How else do these people congregate? I would need to do research on this to find out the answer.
What?
All right. Well,
Got Mr. Reliable over here. Jeez, just saved him. Can't even do us a favor.
Listen, I'm a dwarf history expert. You asked me about dwarf history.
No,
I'm your man.
This is all internal, man. He's not hearing shit.
Sorry. I thought you said
where
that loud.
would we happen? Well, what do you need to research? How can we help this go faster?
So there are massive libraries of knowledge, of text. Do you know where we are? And do you guys pull out a map for him?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's pull out. Let's go to the map. I'm gonna just put the world map out because we'll just call that easier. And then I'll kind of point out where you guys are and where he would things that he would point out accordingly. So you guys kind of point out that you're roughly here, and he's like, "Ooh,
it's a sacred stone monastery, if that helps."
He's like that. So the best place I could find information on this would be all the way down at Waterdeep, up in possibly Yartar if I get lucky. Mirbar, I could definitely probably find something over there. And actually Silvery Moon. Those would be the locations I might be able to find it. Or if there is a being that has lived for a millennia, they might have documents illustrating these elemental evils. Because the first war of men and dwarves and elves and all these other sentient beings was with each other, caused by this elemental evil. It's strange to see that they're back. I thought we had driven them away. Sealed them.
Plot twist. Nice.
Well, we know about a necromancer. A good one, not like one of them evil ones.
He's been alive for millennia, you say?
Well, no, but I'm sure you could talk to someone who is old, that old, right? He's a necromancer.
Are you talking about Garfield?
No. Talking about the necromancer that we met in the cave. Forget his name.
Silas?
No, it's same starts with an M, I believe. Oh no, Orieth. Orieth is his name.
Orieth. Oh, that dude.
A while ago, yeah.
Long
that was
time
like
ago.
the dude who gave him his book, and then he got fucking killed.
Yeah, he got murked.
Long time ago.
R.I.P.
The long call back.
Yeah.
He sits there and he's like, "Oh, you know of one that can speak to the dead?"
I mean, I hope so. Otherwise, he seems like he'd be a real bad necromancer.
You make a good point.
Didn't he give his book up?
So, I guess you wouldn't know
We
this.
would, we wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I was like, you guys wouldn't know. You guys wouldn't know how all that worked. I would say probably not even BigYin would know probably how that works.
We were like in
Too
the
clearly.
back.
Yeah,
He was in the back room when any trading of goods was done.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
he did not tell us anything.
As useless usually did. Interesting. Perhaps. Yes. Perhaps he would know. Perhaps, or if he doesn't, maybe you're right. Maybe he can conjure some spirits that would know. I'm sure.
Oh man, our necromancer would have been super useful since he had a fucking spirit in a book. But God damn it.
These things happen. I don't know what to tell you guys. Like I said, I had a lot planned for every single character that we've had in this campaign.
Oh, that was locked in time in a pocket dimension.
Somewhere.
Was this really for him?
No, not necessarily. But this is like something he could have done, sort of thing.
Damn.
But you guys have met people that, anyways, he wasn't your only option, sort of thing. But it was just
maybe this new homie. See if he can talk to a dead guy.
Oh, I can't.
Like Lando Ray, you're new.
I can't even talk to my own specters.
Isn't he supposed to be a fucking warlock? Like, those are all, like, with the dead homies, right?
No, I'm a hexblade warlock, not a undying warlock.
As he pulls out his sword.
I don't know what that means.
There's many kind.
This would be a good time for a history lesson on this bad boy.
All right, let's go, Zanril. It's all you, buddy. You can explain the intricacies of warlockdom to this this guy.
Well, no, I gotta give you the level to explain it to, because I gotta not know too. All right, so you gotta explain it pretty poorly. Just give me if you wrote a book,
So Zanril also
investing for idiots. Just give me those idioms.
For sure. Zanril, roll me a history check also, actually.
History check. 1 moment. Boop.
See how much you remember on this.
Oh, it's gonna compound? That's not fair. Oh, fuck.
I was just gonna go with Zanril as his explanation. Like, you just don't know a lot, is what I was gonna say, Lando.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
He's like,
he's like, how it feels, Lando.
I haven't met any other, warlock ever since. I don't remember.
So he doesn't know about his own shit then either? Is that what we're saying?
Pretty much.
Oh, I know my stuff.
But he doesn't know about the other kinds. Yeah, he doesn't know about the other kinds. Yeah, he's pretty confident in his abilities and what he knows, but not so much about anybody else.
That's really convenient.
Indeed.
All right. Well, I don't get to know. That's cool. Next time.
Next time, yeah. Maybe you could ask. There's plenty of smart people you could probably ask. You don't have to rely on the one warlock in your party. There's plenty of other people you can ask to get that information from, if you were interested. And as you guys are kind of talking about possible different kinds of people that can resurrect the dead, you guys just kind of hear we'll call him Broly. Broly sounds like a fun nickname. Broly's kind of mumbling to himself. He's like, the war with the gods, demons and the devils. And he's just you can kind of hear him mumbling to himself about stuff like that.
Interesting.
Is this guy a bad guy?
I don't know. You tell me.
Sure.
He seems fairly trustworthy.
All right.
I did this is out of character, but I did an insight check and got pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
So he could be a very, very
good liar.
A very good liar, but it seems unlikely.
He's very excited to talk about Dwarven history if y'all got any questions about Dwarven history. That is his life's work. Which 3 of you know about? I think 3 of you here. I think Lando and Zanril don't know that, but the other 3 would.
Dwarves gotta know dwarven history.
Well, let's start heading out. At least heading towards that necromancer.
Okay.
At least some direction we can go. I mean, I know y'all are chomping at the bit to talk to Garfield, but maybe he doesn't need to know everything.
True.
So Zanril, you don't know Garfield.
Not too much.
No.
Indeed.
Just what Ulrich has talked about him probably, and what Lando and BigYin have said about him. But you haven't met him yet in person.
We do bring him up a lot.
Yeah. He comes off pretty frequently. So it's just like it's all like kind of like secondhand knowledge is what Zanril has, and he's like, And he hears two very different polarizing opinions on like whether he's a good guy or a bad guy, depending on who's talking at the moment. BigYin, are you just gonna chill in the wolf form? That's fine. Just want to kind of confirm. You didn't want to say anything. You can unmute.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I hit hang up instead of mute.
Sorry.
I mean, right? If we're not gonna fight, I might as well just shift back down. It's more like I'm gonna stay like this for a little longer in case there's more fighting.
So what else is there to fight? Right? You have cleared both levels.
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, no, we have.
Well, the assumption was that maybe this guy knew the word and we could just go in.
But he doesn't seem to currently.
Right. I drop my form and I'm back to good old BigYin.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead and put your new character or your token on there. You can drop the wolf off.
Sorry about that.
Ah, a druid, I see. Yes, this all tracks. And he's like, are there other ones like this, or is this the only one you guys know of? Like cults?
Druids.
No,
or cults.
The cults.
I look at
I
look at Ulrich and raise my eyebrows like, am I allowed to talk about this?
Well, yeah, there's 4 of them. The 4 elementals that you.
Fuck.
You're a smart guy. You probably could put that together.
I wasn't sure if they all were active again.
What was the name of that riverboat captain that gave us the ride that said he was resisting the pull of the Black Earth cult a wee bit? What was that fellow's name? He seemed like a nice man. He told us about the other books.
Not the Black Earth cult. He was talking about the water.
He was part of the Crushing Wave.
He's part of the Crushing Wave, but he was resisting their power.
Sure. His name was Jolliver.
Jolliver.
I mean, maybe you guys have forgot. Maybe I should have just had you guys all roll history for that, but I don't think that being. Eventually, you guys would have gone through your notes and found his name, possibly. Hopefully.
A lot of names in my notes.
I can roll that check if you want.
No, it's fine. I'll let you guys have it. All I'm saying is, like, worst case, it would have been next session when you guys remembered his name, because you guys would have gone back and watched all the YouTube, right? The reason that they're up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Wait, right? That's why they're there. I thought you were doing it for vanity.
I mean, little of this, little of that.
Yeah, and they're all cultists. We don't really need to go into too much detail, but we've only ran into we haven't run into the fire cults.
Well,
interesting.
Well, we did run into the fire cults a little bit, right? Like
we've run into their fire giants. They're not very kind.
So they were minotaurs.
Were they minotaurs?
No, I thought they had those. I thought they had those
golems.
giants with the metal bits. With the metal bits.
You don't know which cult that's associated with. Could be fire, could be earth, could be water, could be air.
Now we're associating them with fire.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just very confused. Like, I was like, I don't think I ever explicitly said who they were affiliated with, but
I thought a note that said we looked at the metal and it looked like they had been kind of scorched, like the corpses had been burned in some areas, and there was cauterization around the metal bits.
Sure.
And they got off on pain.
I don't know if I explicitly said the last bit of that, but
Oh, brother.
yeah, I definitely don't think I explicitly
that
said
come from?
that one.
I actually do kind of remember that.
I remember you guys joking about it, and I saying no comment regarding the pain being a thing they enjoy.
I kind of feel like that was a soft confirmation rather than a denial.
Listen, I don't want to say that every one of them. I don't want to paint them with a wide brush. I'm sure there might be a couple here and there, right? There could be. I don't know. I don't want to characterize all of them with a brush. Who am I to judge the pleasures of one man to another, or a giant to another, right?
I mean, who's saying we're judging? It's just what they, if they were into it, they're into it.
Yeah. All I'm saying is I don't know if that one was into it. Possibly, I'd have to check the VOD.
I mean, wow, that's a bit presumptuous of you, isn't it?
I guess so. Yeah. I guess so. Yeah. Me being presumptuous with my own NPCs. You guys are 100% right.
It's your world, man. We're just playing in it
and making assumptions accordingly.
Okay. Well, I pull the map out of my bag and I'm just kind of looking at it like, well, if we go back to the stream where we had the tree, we can put the foldable boat into the river and we can go back down the river. Maybe we can go check on that wee ghosty, the wee ghosties if we feel like it, or we can go straight to the necromancer. Oh, but we didn't have a cart. We didn't have the horse and cart.
What wee ghosty? What does that mean?
The wee ghosty in the tavern near the church.
So about Womford.
The wee boy that disappeared.
I thought we were going to talk to the necromancer.
Well, I mean, unfinished business, but we can do that instead. But it's on the way.
Where even was that guy? I don't even remember.
DM, would you mind pulling out the map again?
Yeah, I remember where the necromancer was.
Yeah. The big, because it's like the big homie, like his grandfather or whatever.
No, shush. Okay. Zoom in on our region, please.
Yeah. So you guys.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sean.
So you guys are here.
Whoa,
you guys
brother.
are here.
So
like I said,
we are
Womford is where the little boy who's the stable boy. His
between the Bartrite and Womford. Womford is where the kid in the stables was that disappeared the next morning.
Yeah.
And the necromancer dude is somewhere over here.
Yeah, in the hills over here, southeast of the Red Larch.
Southwest. Yes.
Southwest in the Cadell Fields.
Got it.
Now, why would we be going to deal with the dead child?
Well, you don't know if he's dead. You just know he no longer existed in that space.
Well, I mean, Ulrich is very certain that the vampire old man ate him. So
I mean, it might be I just consider it unfinished.
We never really checked that guy out. We just left.
It's true.
Like, hey, yo, kid's gone. Great. All right.
We were in a wee bit of a rush.
Were you though? Were you truly in a rush over saving a child's life?
I mean,
there was an army to fight.
So this is the morality clause that our friend Ulrich over here, will go for. A kid, no fucking problem. I'm not gonna save his ass. I'll just let him fucking
he was
die.
fine. He was fine when we went to bed.
Bandit stranger, I'm gonna let that guy live who was doing something bad before we showed up.
What the hell?
I'm gonna let that guy live, and you know what? In fact, I'm gonna pay him.
I paid the kid. I paid the kid.
You didn't pay the kid. You watched that kid die, and then now you'll just pay a stranger to go away.
I love imagining this is all happening in character too. You guys are looking at the map, and then Lando's just going off on a tirade about this.
I literally paid the kid. I was the only one who paid the kid. Thank you for taking care of our horses. And then we went to bed. When we woke up, he wasn't there, and the old man was looking right as rain, as if he had just devoured a child.
I just roll up the map at this point, and I put it back in my bag, and I'm like, hey, well, who's up for a quick jaunt to the river? And which one of you has the boat?
The man who has the boat. Yeah, okay.
Is that in the bag of holding?
Possibly.
I don't have it written down, so I don't know if I have it.
Well, you should hold up there, Mr. BigYin, because you guys don't know who has the boat. Maybe kind of similar, Zanril. Almost similar. But yeah, you guys need to figure out who has the boat, because you guys did buy a folding boat or got one. Who has it?
I thought it was in the bag.
Well, it makes sense. So I can check the bag. Probably in there. I just guess never wrote it down that I have it.
I swore BigYin had the boat for a second.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why, but I was thinking someone else was holding onto it.
Did we give him the boat when he got his new, whatchamacallit, his new tree?
Well, the tree wasn't part of the boat thing. That was those two are not
I know,
connected.
but maybe we would just like assume they're kind of the same thing. Transport, house, same deal, like life investments. Give him to the sensible guy. It makes sense.
I love how Lando's just thought process like, yeah, it's the same thing, right? You can sleep on a boat, you can sleep in the treehouse. Are they the same?
Just like life expense.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean. Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah. So yeah, who has the boat?
I'm reading.
I'm gonna laugh if you guys have lost the boat.
Well,
Ulrich has no magic items on him
Yes.
except for his weapons.
Yep. I know. That's why I didn't bring you into the discussion for it. I was like, it's either Elwarin or BigYin. I thought it was BigYin, but I could be wrong.
If y'all want to try, we can sit on my shield and use that as a boat. I don't think we'll get very far though.
Guys, it floats, but doesn't hold all of our combined weight.
Also
Yeah, but
doesn't move very well when it's floating.
Yeah, 15-person stack just straight up in the air.
Well, when was the last time we used it? Because I
We
don't.
we haven't used
Never
it yet.
used it.
But it was like we all got items
Just-
from
you
the
got
shop.
the bag of holding.
Well, I got-
We emptied it out, right? And then we put everything that we
Well,
bought in there.
I got the bag of holding later after we got those items, right? Because at that point, the bag of holding was still in the possession of Cromwell.
Yeah, Cromwell put it in his bag.
So if Cromwell had it, then what was in there? It makes sense that I didn't write it down because I just got the bag of holding. I didn't get a list of what was in there.
Let me check.
If we've never
if it's
used
in
it,
the
it would have
sheet.
not been anywhere
It's
else
in the
but there.
if it was in the bag of holding, it's in the bag. You're right. You're absolutely right because it is in the bag of holding.
All right.
I found that out to have it in the bag of holding.
Okay, that's fine.
Then I have it.
Boom.
It
Look
does.
at
It's
that.
it's not in Cromwell's equipment bag anywhere.
So then he forgot to write it down.
Oh, well, he did give me a list of what was in there. There's probably other stuff in that bag of holding too that I'm not aware of.
Y'all need to make like a spreadsheet and like share that with each other and me so you can keep track of what's in what. Cool. All right, so there are 5 of you, not including the bear, and Frank, but Frank can sit on somebody's shoulders. And you've got Brol plus we'll just call it 9 other people. 9 other
Wait. You were
prisoners.
not including the bear?
No.
You telling me we're leaving the bear behind?
And your rat currently.
Yeah.
Your rat
The
is
rat
your
should
rat
be
is
able to stay there indefinitely.
That's not how this item works.
Well, I mean, the rat can just do his thing in this ministry. But
Yeah, he's doing his thing in the bottom, but you have no way of contacting him or him to contact you, and he will disappear at sundown.
I'm not judging, but I also feel like the bear might be more useful to us than the rat, but that's a different story.
I'm not making you choose, right? They just disappear after a day. That's how the bag works. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the day's not over, right?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. All right,
I'm not gonna just come on a boat and be like, "Oh, you're gonna be gone anyways. Bye."
Sure. All I'm saying is like the folding boat, based off the description, can only hold 15 medium characters.
All right.
So you've got 15 people, not including the bear.
Yeah.
And the bear cannot have like 4 people sitting on top of him.
Fair.
I'd be more concerned about the density of that on the boat.
I'd just put the bear in the bag. Put the bear back in the bag, and we go on our way.
That's not how the bag works.
What is he just dip a toe
Brown
in
bear
and just
return. He opens
sloops into the fucking bag or something?
He opens the
It's like a
bag.
fucking Pokeball. You just summoned the thing out.
What do you think? What kind of
Just
universe
put him
do you
back
think
in
we're
the
fucking in,
Pokeball.
huh?
Can I put the bear in the bag of holding?
No, it doesn't fit, dude.
The bear would suffocate and die anyways.
Also true.
Well, it's not. Oh, okay.
Can
Well,
you
the
just
bear,
smell the bear?
Just let him be a bear.
yeah, I can let him be a bear until he disappears at dawn, or some.
Yeah.
that's-
Wait, the rat?
No, the red is gone. Ignore the red.
What if we just send the bear back into the house and just let it role play like for the rest of its day?
Well, it can also
Just send it in there and like let it go nuts.
the bear is just gonna take us to the river, and then it's just gonna be a bear for the rest of the day.
Oh, come on, man. Let him go ape shit on the old
There's nothing left.
No, he wants him to fight the lich.
No.
Let's see 1v1, man.
All right. Well, let's head to the river then, I guess, if that's
Cool.
what we're doing.
All right, yeah. So you guys all head to the river. Are you bringing all the prisoners plus Brawl with you, or are you leaving them here? What is your
take
guys' game
everyone.
plan?
Well, if they're not coming, then I can take my bear.
So I'm asking you, what is your game plan? That's why I'm
Well,
asking
we just
you.
said we just
We're
decided
gonna
to leave
take
the bear behind.
everyone.
Okay,
We're
good.
going down the river.
Cool. All right.
We're
So
going
we'll
down
just-
the river. We're gonna go streaking down the river into the gymnasium.
Cool. All right. Let me fix this thing. You guys don't have all these characters here anymore. But we're just
This
gonna
boat
pretend
looks
this is the.
I was gonna say this boat looks very familiar.
Yeah. You guys don't worry. You guys aren't actually on
That's
this
when
boat.
we were on a boat, just like being on a boat, not because we were on a boat because it was our boat.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm just gonna
it's-
say that you guys are on this boat for now. I'll actually have the boat properly figured out later.
Can we
So
call this the SST pain?
maybe. Go ahead and toss your characters on here. You
Well,
guys
if that's
can,
the
or I
boat,
can
it
do
can
it for you.
definitely hold a bear, but that's a different story.
Yeah, okay,
That's the boat, it can
so the
definitely hold
the folding boat is a 24 feet
I
by
know
10
it.
feet. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is not 20 foot by 10
Yes,
feet.
of
This
course.
is
But I'm just saying I didn't build the boat out. Okay. I did not have time.
Is that my
Yes.
fault?
Much bigger than 20 feet.
Yes.
I
know,
told
that
you
is-
what happened.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some more water.
It was Zanril. Go ahead and toss your character on here, buddy.
So how do I do that again?
So you click on your name on the character sheet and just click and drag that over.
Oh, gotcha.
So just a question that had nothing to do with what's going to happen actually, but if I
Mhm.
would pull out another animal right now on the boat while we're on the water, what would
Mhm.
happen? Would we sink?
That would be your third animal. Ooh.
No, I mean I know. No, I'm just saying like because, well, like if I happen to pull out a bear while we're on the boat and we already have limited capacity.
Your boat would start to break or sink. I would have to
Okay.
roll some stuff on my side for that.
Well, obviously I'm not going to do that, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, don't do that. What are you,
So
Titanic?
Well,
look, maybe that's what Elwarin's character wants. He just wants a Titanic moment. That's all his character desires.
you could also hold me at the front of the boat. It's fine. I don't.
So Brawl's character is going to be him plus the other 9 people. I just don't really feel like putting 9 people on this. It's gonna get messy.
That's authentic.
I call
Definitely
this
won't
lazy DM style.
No, love it. Perfect.
Cool. So yeah, so you guys are all on the boat. So let's bring us to a map real quick, just so y'all can have an idea of where you're at. So as you guys all might guess, you guys have just left the Sacred Stone Monastery. You guys are on the river heading down south. It's gonna take you guys about a day and a half to get to Womford from here. You guys can obviously stop before that if you would like to, and walk, not on the beaten path. But you will be passing the River Guard Keep. You know this just based off how things worked last time. So yeah.
How long would have had taken us to go from the monastery to Red Lodge just on foot?
Many days.
Okay.
I
forgot.
Yeah, let me calculate this, right? So that's
It'd be like
1,
3 days.
2, 3, 4 days.
I mean, we've been teleporting back and forth, so I forgot how long.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, right. The magic has taught you that time doesn't matter.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. So you guys are kind of drifting down. You've got, pretty much 10 people that are non-combatants, as well as the 5 of you, is how your boat is set up. So as you guys are heading down, who is captaining this boat?
Would this be considered a short rest?
Sure. I see no problem with that. It's going to take you guys a couple hours to get to River Guard Keep from where you are.
Short rest. Boop, boop.
So yeah, so who is captaining this boat? Y'all can have a roll off for that. There's no volunteers. Maybe one of the prisoners are. Really up to you guys.
My track record of a horse and cart, I don't think it should be me.
Okay.
I mean,
This is
I'm
not a land
proficient in
vehicle.
land. Yeah,
Yes.
I would say I'm proficient in land vehicles. I don't know if that helps on the boat.
This is a water vehicle, so I will say
Yeah, I'm
probably
also
not.
proficient in land vehicles.
Yeah, this is a water vessel. You guys have.
That's why no one's piping up.
Yeah, I know. I was just asking if somebody wants to be the one to do the dice rolls
Whose
for it.
idea? Whose idea was the river?
Sod's law being Sod's law, the BigYin is going to stand up and say, "I've been a fish before. Can they be that hard?"
Oh,
You
God.
have not been a fish before. I would like to. You do not have swimming speed yet, good sir.
No. So, like, not in like game life, in like past experience, I may have played around as a fish. Not a big one, maybe a small one.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to make a ruling on that. If like a druid as a child has turned into every animal.
They don't know. This.
I understand.
I'm
this is just between the two of us. Sure, this is just between the two of us is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I want to make that canon in this world, because I know I'll say some shit like, yeah, that sounds fine. And then you're like, aha, I have been a fish, right? And you're just gonna come back to bite my ass. So I'm just trying to decide.
DM, would I do that to you?
Yes, 100%.
Would
Yes.
the great person that I am, do
100%.
such an evil, dishonest thing to you?
100%. Yes, I would also do that to myself if I was in your shoes. 100%. Yes.
Yeah, you're probably right. I would probably take advantage.
100%. I would too. Like I said, I would too. So I'm gonna say that I'm tossed up in the air on whether you actually have been a fish. So I would like you to roll deception to say that, and then you're just going against their passive insights to see if you beat that.
Character sheet. There it is.
The
What
first
skill check would driving the boat be?
Water vehicles.
I
Maybe
think
strength or dexterity.
I would probably rule it as a dexterity based skill. Dexterity and maybe intelligence to see if you can, like, because this is your first time working a boat, I would say, for all of you.
Would it be a straight dexterity roll, or?
I think it would be straight dexterity, yeah. Okay, so you fooled no one with that. Yeah, with that. I was a fish, I could do this. But it's up to you guys to work off of that, right? So he's made this bold proclamation that he's been a fish before he could figure out the boat, but y'all can tell he's lying about that.
Well, I mean, the only difference between whatever you just said and random boat is, well, I'll drown. So, that's on you. Good luck.
I look deeply
put him on his
offended.
back.
I
I
look
like put him
deeply
on his back,
offended.
like, good luck, buddy. You got this.
He says,
Let's
eyes
go.
fully glazed over, just waiting for his impending doom.
That's right. This is it. At last, I will be meeting death.
Sweet release, finally.
Strap a couple rocks on me too.
Does this mean I'm rolling everything with like?
Correct. You will be rolling
Maybe-
everything.
Maybe I should give it a try then.
Sure.
Again.
So as soon as Ulrich says, yeah, worst case that happens, we drown. Elwarin's like, I don't know if I like that. He kind of wanders. He makes his way over.
Classic for our freaking party. And I was like, just tell me what to do, lad. I'll help any way I can.
Cool. Yeah. So you can do the help action while he's steering to give him advantage. We'll say
Yeah.
that. So we'll say you are helping him navigate, and he's using his hand dexterity skills to keep the boat going the way that you guys are hoping. So we'll say that's how that works. Cool. So I need a just straight dexterity check from you, good sir.
Well, before I start using or like steering the boat, I'm gonna use my red potion that gives me extra dexterity.
There you go.
Just to be sure. This feels like a good use for this.
Yeah.
Remember, it's like 50-50.
Yeah.
Like,
One second. I need to go back.
you have
and
to
make
roll
sure.
like below a 10 for it to work. Anything
This is
above
for
a 10, it
dexterity, right?
fails.
Okay, I need you to
Yeah.
roll a straight wisdom check.
Great wisdom. Okay. And what do I need to roll?
Just roll wisdom.
Below a 10.
You did not roll lower than a 10. You rolled a 10. So
Okay.
as you drink this potion, you feel nothing.
Sod's law being Sod's law.
Well, it was worth a try.
You feel it does have a hint of ginger in it when you drink it, though.
Delicious.
I don't know. Do you guys like ginger in your stuff? I don't know personally.
I like ginger. I'm okay with it.
Cool. Yeah, excellent. So Elwarin is like, ooh, gingery, but he doesn't feel any different. And it wouldn't
Maybe
have.
I do, but maybe it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah. Maybe this is a false sense of confidence you've put in yourself. Cool. Yeah. So go ahead and roll a straight dexterity check as you kind of make the first corner here. You try to make sure you can steer the boat around the quarter. It is fairly wide. Yeah. It's not a very high check. 15 definitely works.
Yeah.
It's like obviously it looks really small on this map, but it is much wider than the boat. So you kind of make way. From here, what are y'all's passive perceptions?
17.
14.
15.
14.
Mr. Captain, steering wheel captain.
15.
15. Cool. All right. So as you kind of make your way around this bend here, and you start getting closer to what you guys recognize as Riverguard Keep territory, you see a lot of ships around. Just a lot of ships. And last time you guys were here, there was only like one or two kind of going up and like just one or two left around. But there are a lot of ships around Riverguard Keep. I'm gonna actually move us over to that map. Because why not? One second. Give me 1 second. I'll move you guys to where you guys actually are. In just 1 second.
Didn't clean up the map, huh?
Yeah, I haven't gone back to this map since you guys left it, if you can't tell. He's also gone. Doot.
Hoot, 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 hoot.
Doot.
Hoot, hoot.
Whoops. Didn't mean to delete you. That was my bad.
Oof.
All right. Yeah, so you guys are kind of roaming down the river here. You guys see roughly 5 boats just kind of all hanging out here. And as you guys start to approach, they all seem to be wearing different pirate emblems, like different pirate banners. You see them from far enough away that if you want to, you can either turn around and go back up, or you can continue on, or you can kind of stop on the coast somewhere. What would you guys like to do?
I mean, I don't know. We don't have Useless. We don't have our good buddy DQ.
These are all true.
I mean, they're cultists. Let's just go and see what happens.
Well, I mean, we would want to just go by. We don't want to like stop there, right, and attack with them. So our goal would be just to pass by, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, yeah. I feel like that's not a bad thing to attempt. Hoping they wouldn't just attack anybody going by.
Okay, cool. Good thoughts. That's a possibly.
And they attacked you.
That'd be funny.
Does our great and powerful melee combat leader have anything to say?
Ooh, it's referring to Ulrich.
Who's that?
I was like looking at
Yeah,
Lando.
I was like, I don't know which one that really refers to.
Yeah, I like Ulrich and Lando look at each other
Yeah.
like.
And Zanril's kind of like
Talking about-
Zanril's trying to get his hand in the mix for that too, as he like pulls out his longsword.
All right, who the fuck is a combative warlock? I just don't get it. You know, I played World of Warcraft. They didn't have any fucking hand-to-hand warlocks. They were all homies with demons and fucking fire.
Clearly, you've only played World of Warcraft for the Warlock class, and you didn't read the PHB for the Warlock class, because the Hexblade Warlock is kind of insane.
It's also not in the PHP for whatever that's worth to you.
Oh, is that Tasha's?
That's Xanathar's.
Or Xanathar's.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for what it's worth, Ulrich is like, I don't know, I'm not driving.
switchblade?
No, it's called a
Hex.
hexblade. That would be wild if it was called a switchblade warlock. I actually might enjoy that better. It's just a funnier
Start flicking
concept.
it around.
Yeah, you all of your weapons are switchblade esque, no matter what kind it is. It's a bow. You flip that bad boy out. That's how you get the. It's a composite bow that you flip out both top and bottom for. Be wild.
Yeah.
They're pretty much like they put all their power into like being good at with swords, or some other kind of weapon, and that's where they channel their magic through pretty much. They're not good as good as at blasting, but they're much better in melee combat.
Yep.
That was
Sounds
six, you
about
can
right.
Curse the soul of the person you slay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm gonna guess that you guys are all just gonna continue moving on forward then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So as you guys continue to move on forward, about halfway between where you were previously and getting closer to the Riverguard Keep. So if you were to, I guess, kind of think of this point as being one point, you're about maybe 100 feet away from this point right here, back. You see some motion on some of the boats that are over here, and you hear horns get blown. So you still have time to turn around if you would like, stop on shore, or continue moving forward. But you see motion on the ships that you can see over here, and you hear horns getting blown.
Well, I don't know what that means. I'm not very familiar with the things that happen on waters, but I'm not too fond of what's happening.
I'm pretty sure that means they're attacking us.
All right, should we just turn around and find another way to get past here, or we could just pull up on shore, get up the boat, and walk a bit and put the boat back in the water. It is
We
foldable.
have a bunch of non-coms.
You could parlay. You could talk to them. There's plenty of options here, guys.
Yeah, that's never
We
worked
could
out.
try and talk our way through.
That's never
I'm
worked
going
out.
to surreptitiously pull out a vial of oil.
Okay. Ulrich.
Ooh, we can set their boats on fire.
Yes. Ulrich,
But-
roll me an history check to see if you remember naval combat at all from your training with the army. You do. So these horns are more of a like warning, like, ships approaching sort of thing, not necessarily a combative stance, more of just like a hey, people are showing up sort of thing.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
All right.
And I relay that and explain that it's more of a warning for the group. But I'm keeping the oil low under the bow so no one can see what I'm doing.
Which is not
Yeah,
difficult for
okay.
you because you're a dwarf. Makes it nice and easy. Yeah.
Exactly.
So how about we just have the boat like on the farthest other side of, like, we just move, but on the other side of the river, as close to the side, like just
Yep.
show that we're staying away from them.
Yeah. That should be all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
If
Yeah.
it's not,
Yeah, if not, you
set
guys
some
board
on
them.
fire.
Yeah, you board them and you light their ships on fire. Easy, right?
Maybe we get a bigger boat.
Hey, perks to the
That's not
ship trade.
portable.
Yeah, maybe you guys can become pirate captains now instead. Who cares about killing cultists if you guys got boats?
Right. Pirates now.
We're going to the sea.
I have a campaign for that. Work through too. Worst case scenario. Don't you guys worry. When I gave you guys the boat, I was like, they could become like pirate captains, and that's something that I have planned for. Cool. Yeah. So you guys kind of head to the far left side, which I don't know the boat terminology for that. Starboard is my guess. Can't remember to save the life of me. And you guys kind of continue moving down. As close to the left side of your guys' boat heading down. That's not too close to the shore. You're worried about wrecking your boat, but you give plenty of berth between the ships that are docked here and kind of the middle of the space. And as you guys kind of approach,
Actually, I have one question, DM, before we proceed.
okay.
Would the BigYin know to look for white cloth to run up a mast or
I would say
sail, or-
no, based off
That's
your
a fair
forest
point.
inhabitants. I would say no.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Ulrich probably would if he was trying to like token surrender, but I don't think Ulrich is trying to surrender necessarily.
It looks more like he's stuffing that white cloth into his oil, but that's
Yeah.
I
Just
don't think
just-
Ulrich knows the common word for surrender.
Yeah, I don't know if Ulrich knows what surrendering is actually. Like he's heard of the theory, but he's never actually practiced it himself. He's not quite sure how it would work for him. He's made other people surrender, but he personally has never surrendered.
Victory or retreat?
Yeah. Many people have surrendered themselves to Ulrich and their group, but he's never been one to surrender, and that's something he's quite famous for back in Mirbar. As you guys are kind of like looking at Ulrich, Brull is just talking about Ulrich's triumphs in battle, just in the back for anybody who wants to listen. Yeah, so you guys kind of approach, and then you
I'm
guys
gonna
see.
look at Zanril and be like, hey, new guy, you're magical, right? You got any fire in them hands?
No, I only got shatter. I could probably shatter one of their boats.
All right, well, we gotta
Part of
figure
it.
out
I got
some
fire.
way. Oh, you gotta touch it though, right?
You just throw him.
I can throw something.
No, you get thrown onto that boat and light on fire.
No, I can throw something that we light on fire. Like, oh, I have some bags of rain beer. Maybe that.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out a torch also.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we've got torches to throw.
Yeah.
I
So
bet.
here's the plan.
Maybe there's a way to light up one of my arrows too.
Here's
Oh,
the
yeah, no,
plan as
easy.
I see it. Ulrich will throw oil onto the opposing boats, should this happen, right? It'll shatter, hopefully. And then you light the torch and we throw the torch that's on fire.
Yeah.
So that way we don't light the oil, it explodes in our hands, and then we sink. Right? Is
Yeah.
sort of what I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah. Like a Molotov.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
a two-step.
Molotov. Well, yeah. I mean, a Molotov is a two-step process, but I guess it's probably more than that.
Yeah, so
Let's
all
just
of these
hope it doesn't
boats,
come down then.
all of these boats are about 30 to 50% larger than yours that you see kind of on the shore.
Okay, so maybe we don't.
Just as a heads up, I realized I didn't describe how big these boats were. That's on me. They're
It's
all
definitely
roughly
a worst case scenario,
Sure.
throwing the oil and exploding it.
Sure. And as you guys are kind of getting closer, you see the two that are closer to you kind of like pull out and start heading towards the middle. And you kind of see the guys up top kind of waving their hands, like motioning for you guys to stop. They seem to be waving their hands. Yeah, and you guys are about probably 50 feet from where they are, so you still have the ability to stop. You're not going that fast. So what would you guys like to do?
Well, I'm definitely stop the boat. I'm not going to run into them.
You're not going to ram. Got it. No ram maneuvers here. Got it.
It did. What, 3 times the size of our boat? Is that what you said?
No. 1/3 the size. So 30% to 50% bigger.
Okay. Well, still.
3 times would be wild. That would be.
We won't win that. We
Yeah,
won't win
you-
that jousting contest. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a tugboat versus a tanker right there. 3 times the size. Yeah, cool. All right. So you guys are stopped, and you guys see from the 2 different boats that are roughly here. Here, I guess I'll just draw something real quick. A boat there and a boat over here like this, kind of blocking your way. And you guys are where your characters are at this point right now. More to the right, obviously, but yeah. And they say, "What business do you have on the river?" Says the guy from this group, the ship here. Where do you guys hail from, and where is your destination?
Who's taking point on this talk?
BigYin, I'm me, I'm more than happy to.
Elwarin is the one on the wheel, so they seem to be looking at him.
Well, I'm steering this. I'm not going to be the one talking. Focus on the boat.
Fair enough. I was just explaining to you guys like who they were looking at when they were saying that to you.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Well, good afternoon and well met, sir. We
Might be a good
are just-
afternoon.
Aye. Well, it is beautiful weather as it is. We are merely traveling down the river. We are coming from up the canyon ways and heading down to the boat ride in for a night's well-deserved rest.
Where in the canyon?
Let me pull up the map. Can I just have a map as a reference? Because I don't have it memorized in my head. DM.
Sure.
Just say way up north.
I'm gonna say Ulrich can go. You know where we're coming from. Come on now. Kind of give him a wink.
I need you to roll something for this.
Yeah. Pick something charisma based and it'll still be a 0, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, performance or persuasion, I'll let you decide, I guess.
Sure, both 0, so it doesn't matter. Just a straight roll.
They seem a little perplexed as you say that. You know, somewhere further up, they're like, "No, we don't. That's why we're asking."
I'll just
aren't we still wearing the cloaks from the Earth Cult?
Are you? I don't know. I didn't know if you guys.
Yeah, we still are.
Okay.
Never take them off.
Got it. Okay. Ooh. This this changes something. Sorry.
Wait, hang on, and then but just I want to know that BigYin kind of that I actually used my Furbolg version of disguise self to turn myself into a human.
Okay, that's fine. Are you trying to look like anybody in particular?
I just want to look like a generic human and at least shift myself into the uniform of what I've seen some of the cultists wear.
Okay, sure. So do you mean like the monks, the knights? Like what kind of?
The monks.
Okay. This is a wild thought you guys have put in front of me. Okay.
I'll hold out one of the I'll kind of pull out slightly one of the pendants that we took off a body, and I'll just briefly flash it. I'll say, "Do you not recognize us, brother? You know where we've come from."
They just look all of the people on ship look very confused as you pulled like your thing out. They're like, "Why?" Can one of y'all get Ushinora out here? Like, I'm very confused on like what our protocol is for this. These guys usually don't have boats. We're usually their boat people.
We can't figure out how to make some boats with that.
We took this one off some troublesome adventurers that came to bother us.
Interesting. Okay. Huh. Where are y'all headed again?
To the barge right.
For what purpose?
We carry some people. They are of no purpose to us anymore. We go to deposit them where we might make a tidy profit.
Don't y'all usually like, sacrifice them or something?
These are not worthy sacrifices.
Roll deception.
Besides, the adventurers that bothered us served much better.
Sure. Roll deception.
Oh God, I am in such deep shit right now. And although the Patri Filit Spiritus Sancti, can I have advantage because I am shapeshifted?
Sure, yeah. I just need you to roll. 15. Okay, yeah, not bad. Yeah, they seem okay.
And I just like look at the civilians like look pitiful.
Interesting. And they kind of you see kind of both boat captains are talking to each other. They kind of like get close to each other, they're like talking. You guys can't quite hear them. No, you guys can hear them. They're across the water. You can definitely hear them. They're kind of just like, yeah, that seems to check out, right? They're like, yeah, that seems pretty good. Still kind of weird. Like, we definitely have to talk to Ulrich about this. Like, yeah, but I think we can let them pass it. That's fine. Yeah. So you kind of just see them like all like, and then the guy up here is like, okay, yeah, that seems fair. Yeah, just let us know next time you guys get boats like this, because we do have a fairly good partnership with us being the boat people on this river here, and if y'all are getting into the boat business, you know, you might have to start looking for other forms of income. You know what I mean?
Trust us, brother. This is a one-off. We took this item off some very troublesome people.
Yeah, if you say so. Then they reverse and let you guys go. No
Down the
comment
river
onto
with-
how close that possibly was or wasn't.
Thank you for letting me have advantage.
That's fine. I thought that was fair. Like you said, you're trying to look like one of the cultists. I think that's fine. Cool. Yeah. So you guys keep heading down past the River Guard Keep. Here, I'm gonna move you back so you're with the rest of the group instead of being on your other map. Yeah, you guys pass on through pretty okay. I'm gonna move you guys to the Desserin Valley map so you guys can get an idea of where you are. You guys get to roughly here, and it turns to night at this point. So you guys can either dock somewhere and make a camp, or you can just kind of keep going along the river and like take shifts as a watch. It's really up to you.
I would be okay with docking or getting off the water for the night, but I'll just look at the rest of the group and see how they feel.
Yeah, I mean, we can get off the boat, fold it up again. That's the whole point of this thing, right?
Yeah.
And getting that tree. You can
So-
still do the tree thing, right, BigYin?
I do have the one sapling left.
So this does beg the question: are you guys bringing the refugee group people, the former slaves, into the treehouse?
Well, we could also just have a regular camp, right?
So where are we on the map right now?
Roughly here at this bend, we'll just say, just to make life easy.
We're past the River Guard Keep. We're here, you say?
Yeah, so you guys pass them roughly around, probably like 1 o'clock ish, and then you guys just kind of kept going along, and it's roughly, we'll say 7 o'clock. 'Cause it's not daylight savings time there. That's when it gets dark.
How wooded is the How wooded is the area?
Not very. It's fairly open plains.
I look at Ulrich and I'm like, the tree is possibility, but there's not many trees for it to blend in with. Part of its specialty is that it blends in with other
Yeah.
trees.
Out of character. There are trees though, right? Like
Yeah.
it
It's
could
not
be-
like it's like fully sparse. There's like trees here and there. It's not like a. It's not like miles you can see like you're in Kansas or something like that.
Yeah.
Like there's
Right.
definitely trees
Right.
around, but it's not like a wooded
Like,
area.
oh shit!
Yeah,
this
it's not
is
like-
crazy.
For sure.
Yeah, it's
No,
not like
no,
a
no,
wood
for
area.
sure.
There's definitely trees around, right? Like you guys could see, like we'll say 10 trees from where you guys are. It's like, but it's not like a dense foliage or anything like that.
So, like, out of character, I'm more than happy to throw down the last. This is like, but like the one reason I've been hesitating is because I don't know if Mactheros has basically repaired the staff. It's unlikely that they have. I mean, I'm more than happy to do this and have a conversation that I've been itching to have with somebody, or have
But
actually
let's,
more than one conversation I've been itching to have. But I'm not sure if this is something y'all want to be here for, or if this is something we should just leave at the end. So whatever you guys want to do.
my question is, if we use the sapling and your staff is not ready, and we get rid of the tree, there's no way for you to get the tree back up, right?
Unless the guys can give me another sapling.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna get one of them.
Yeah, that might be a
Till
risk
that
that
staff's done.
it's not like really something. I mean, we're all here anyway. We might as well camp, right? We're just gonna have a regular camp. It's not like
I mean,
Yeah,
the one
that's true.
downside to camping is that if we camp,
Well, aren't we able to just go all the way down there?
we could
we
continue
could-
going in the
we
night.
could, but we risk sailing at night, and we're not exactly. Well, hang on. Let me.
We're
just
not
check something real
sailors.
quick.
We're definitely not sailors.
We're not sailors. I'm
Definitely have 0
I'm-
training on this.
I am out of level 2 spell slots. Otherwise, I'd give myself dark vision, and I'd help keep watch
Well,
out front.
We also
but-
have dark vision, but again, we're not.
Yeah, and you also
We
have
are
your
not
blast. You
experienced
don't-
sailors. We do not have proficiency in this.
Yeah, and
You
dark
don't-
vision
So
only
it's-
goes out 30 feet.
60
Yeah,
feet.
so it's like we can keep sailing and we can try, but at the same time, we don't know how much farther the water cult is behind us. I mean, they haven't exactly come chasing after us, but I mean, they could have caught us up at any point, and they might try to ambush us in the night. So, if we're going to park, I think we should use the tree, and then continue on foot from that point.
Also, there's ogres. Or giants, I mean, not ogres.
That's a fair point.
Somewhere
I don't
around
know.
here.
I'm fine with camping and talking to the stewards of the tree and seeing if I can get another sapling out of them.
Yeah, but what if the answer is no? Then you have your tree there, and you would have to
Well,
stay.
then
tree.
I can make a different deal if I need to.
I guess for me, it's like, I mean, in the past we've camped overnight and we've survived the nights. I don't know. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to camp here and survive.
Well, the
Okay.
issue that Ulrich is having is that there's 15 civilians.
10 civilians.
10 civilians, sorry. Like,
Yeah.
if it was just the group, he's like, whatever, we'll take whoever, and if we die, we die. But, you don't want to do that to 10 people who don't really have a choice in the matter.
Fair enough.
As the moral compass.
Another thing you guys could do is walk to like the path, right? Because you guys know there's like a road somewhere due east of you, and you could try to
camp on the road
or closer to the road. It would take you like you'd have to do that like through the night. You have to walk and then sleep during the day or something like that. But there's another option, right?
How long would that take? Wouldn't that only be?
You're here. You take you probably like 6 to 8 hours to get to here. Because I think each block is is it only 10 miles? Mine will be 10 miles. 1 second. Let me check.
And I mean, and this is just out of character.
4 miles.
Because I probably don't.
4 miles.
Don't
Yeah,
know.
no, you could do that in like an hour, probably.
But so my question out of character is, why would the road be safer than in the middle of nowhere where no one knows where you are?
It wouldn't be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because the road is where people travel, and there might be a bunch of people who wouldn't do something to us. Whereas if we were like camped somewhere right here in this bend where no one can come other than from one side, and we're in the middle of nowhere, where would there be someone just roaming around finding us? That would be my approach, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we can just sleep outside. That's fine.
Yeah, I would say just based off your guys' like group knowledge, there's no difference in safety at this point.
Okay.
Like I said, the only thing if you guys are concerned with river guard people coming and like trying to find you guys on the river, that's one thing, right?
Yeah.
If that's an issue you guys are concerned with, but generally speaking, you guys would realize like either camping somewhat close to the shore to get back on the boat and make your way down to Womford or Bartrite, or spending an hour walking closer to the road. Either way is not going to be too bad.
Well, let's do the tree and take the risk, I guess, if BigYin is willing to do that.
So with that, right, you will have to bring all the other people inside of that or leave them outside while you guys are inside.
I mean, if we're leaving them outside, then we might as well camp with them. So I guess the only option would be to bring him inside the tree with us. That's my understanding, right?
Yep.
There's more than enough space for them on the ground floor.
Yeah. I mean, it's just making sure that's what you want. I mean, this is your space. This is your tree.
We have one empty room.
No, you don't.
So, Cromwell's room. Oh, you're right. We don't.
I mean, we do.
You do, I guess. You haven't like officially given it to him yet, I guess, technically, but.
Well, I'll leave that call to BigYin because it's not my call to make it whether we should use that tree or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You do remember
room right off the bat? That seems pretty rich.
Let's hope. Let's just hope.
Why don't we let him like test that shit out?
Let's just hope the
That's way
stewards.
too trusting. That's what we're trying to work on.
Let's just hope the stewards are in a good mood. Right. Let's get off the river.
So one thing I will remind you of, right, and this is something that Mac and their group has told you, is that the pocket dimension is kind of frozen in time, right? Which is why the food stays good when you don't have it up. And they did say it's going to take 2 full days to fix your staff.
Yeah, we shouldn't go in there.
Just as a reminder. So do with that what you will. It has been a day.
That's right. It's been a day.
So
I look at Ulrich and I'm like, I mean, we could use the tree, but I know the staff will not be ready. They told me it would take at least 2 full days in our time to fix it. I think if we go to the road, we can at least evade the suspicion on the river and we can look like a band of travelers. We can say we rescued these people from bandits, and we're escorting them to safety in Womford. It's believable. It's plausible.
Yeah, we just said choice is yours, so I guess we're sleeping out here. So
Aye, we'll sleep outside and we'll set a watch. I'll just kind of.
You have your goggles, by the way. You keep
Yeah, I've
forgetting
got the
about it.
night vision. That's right. I keep forgetting him. I've got the night vision goggles on, so I'll help direct Ulrich over to the east bank. Here. We're at which portion of which bend? This bend?
Down here.
This bend. So I'll help guide Ulrich. I land Elwarin into the bank, and then I'll hop over the side since I'm the tallest one, and help kind of ground the boat and start helping haul people out. And then once we get out, we can fold up the boat and we can start making tracks for the road.
Yeah.
Judging by what the map says.
Cool. Yeah, so all that will just say takes you guys about an hour. Getting everybody off the boat and walking to the trail area. So you guys are planning to sleep nearby the road?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool.
Well, let's set up a fire. Ignore the horse and cart.
Yeah, of course, ignore the horse and cart. Yeah. We'll say it's something like this. You guys are somewhere around this area here. Okay, cool. You got his character out there.
So,
and the people are just with you. I don't know what the extra 30 is.
Yeah,
but
no, it's fine. Let's set up a fire, and we'll set up a ring. We'll put the civilians in the middle, close to the fire, and we'll sleep around them in the perimeter on the outside, and we'll take watch. I'm pretty spent, but I will go first, if you like.
not really sure what putting them in a ring's gonna do. It's only 5 of us. You know, assuming we're actually awake during guard, we'll see them coming from like literally miles away.
You're the one with the tactical mind.
Y'all can just sleep wherever. It's fine.
Cool. Yeah. So then each of you will just need to roll me a perception check, if you don't mind. Or I guess your past perception is 15 for Ulrich, 15 for Elwarin, 17 for BigYin, and then what is it for Lando and Zanril? No,
14,
passive.
But I rolled a 16.
All right, so 14. Cool.
14 passive for me.
Wow, you guys have high passive perceptions. I guess it makes sense because you all got some low investigations within your guys' group. Cool. Yeah, the night goes pretty well. Nothing really too crazy. I mean, some wild animals that kind of come by here and there, but not close enough to endanger anybody else because of the fire. It kind of keeps them away. Yeah, it's the next morning. You guys are more than welcome to take the road now, but it will take you longer just because boat travel is faster than walking. Or you guys can take the hour to walk everybody back to shore and then kind of take the boat again.
Oh, we got the long rest, right?
Yes.
Yes, I got everything back.
And you guys get half your hit die rounded up.
Good thing I didn't take any damage.
Lando,
So if I only was missing 1 hit die, I just get that one back, right?
correct.
Did
Lando,
my health come back too?
Yes, long rest, your full HP comes back. Half your hit die, and any resources you get on a long rest.
Yeah, I'm full. I got my 9 adversity tokens, baby.
Saving that for a true rainy day.
Oh yeah. I think I just want. It's got to be on a big one.
He's going to do it on a crit fail. He's going to pay the 5. And he's going to see, wait, I only need 4 more to hit. Got that extra 4, baby.
No, it's just going to be like, can I pay for a nat 20?
No.
Damn. Like if I get 20 of them and I give you 20, but I would only be able to do it if I roll a natural 1. But if I pay 20, then I get it.
That's an interesting concept, actually.
Like
I might have to think about
if I
that.
roll a natural 1,
Yeah,
it just changes it.
That sounds interesting. Yes. If you have 20 adversity tokens and you roll a crit fail, you could exchange that critical fail for a Crit success. That's an interesting concept. I'll have to think about that. That is an
Alright.
interesting concept because the amount of failures you would have to save.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. That I'll think about that. That sounds actually quite interesting. Cool. So are you guys going to take the boat or are you guys going to go on the trail?
I say we go back to the boat.
I agree.
Works for me.
Cool. All right. We all head back to the boat. I'm just going to put you guys back on the regular map here. Sweet. So then it takes you guys kind of the rest of the day just kind of heading down. You get to Womford Barge Ride area by around 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock-ish. So I'll let you guys decide where you're docking at, either at Barge Ride or Womford. We'll go to that map accordingly. Elwarin is the captain of the ship, so he gets to choose, I guess.
I would steer for the barge right now unless someone else tells me to go anywhere else. Okay, guess we're going to the barge right in.
All right, let me get that map set up for you guys real quick. Where'd it go?
And just to confirm, because before we get there, I will check out the cultists. Well,
Okay. Is anybody else gonna be taking that off, or y'all just sticking with that?
Say again?
Taking off any of the cultist gear you guys got on?
Yeah. Putting that away. Taking it off and putting it away.
Okay. Can I just assume everybody's going to do that? Cool. All right.
We'll say I did that overnight.
Sure. Yeah. Lando, taking your cape off.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So you guys end up at the barge, right? Got 10 civilians, quote unquote, 1 brawl, and the rest of you guys here. You guys can plop your tokens on. Don't feel like you need to. There's no like movement or anything like that. This is Theater of the Mind. You guys park your boat. Everybody hops off. Bring your boat back in, I'm guessing, and you can head over and try to find a cart at Lathander's shop, if you guys remember. He's the cart dealer.
Uh-huh.
So you guys can try to get passage with one of the carts.
Have a good reputation with him too, or with people.
With his drivers, yes. So like I said, if you guys choose to go there, you're more than welcome to. But the 9 other people plus Brawl seem comfortable kind of staying here and then using the barge right space as a contact point for their families and other people they know. But Brawl is interested in coming with you guys to Red Larch to help you guys kind of find out more information on these cults and see what he can do to help, because his rest of his mirror party delegation is missing still.
Well, we also the whole reason we're traveling is to get him to the necromancer.
Sure.
Right? Like, yeah, you're coming with us, buddy.
Sure. I was just letting you know, like, it wasn't like he was like, yeah, I'm good here, guys. He was like, yeah, let's go, let's keep going, sort of thing. I just wanted to make sure it was very clear he was consenting to this, to traveling with you guys, sort of thing. But the rest of the 9 people are gonna kind of stay back here at the barge, right?
Perfect. Makes it easier for us too, I think.
Yeah, Chalaska welcomes them in. You guys chat. What do you guys tell her about these 9 civilians you're dropping off with her? Chalaska, is, as you may or may not remember, is the kind of sheriff of Barge, right?
I'll just say, well, it's their story to tell, not mine.
Doing this again. Okay.
What again? I'm about to tell people they're airing other people's stuff. That's kind of messed up.
Last time y'all were here, Alaska died. Then somehow the culprit was found, and now you're dropping.
Somehow, I thought that was all you.
I mean, those people came through the. Anyways,
weren't they with you? What the hell's going on here?
Ulrich is now the more conspiracy theories are flying at Ulrich.
Yeah, hold on. Y'all said you were all good about that.
Yeah. It was just like
Do we need to reopen the case? Are you saying
No.
something's?
It's closed.
I
The
like
case is closed.
getting close.
Has there
and
been
I'm
more
like,
clues?
Yeah.
No more
You heard
clues.
something?
No more
There's
clues.
still
Or-
that trace.
I'm
Or
just
his voice is getting lower and getting like.
I'm just
getting
saying.
shifty looking.
It's just very intriguing that each time you come, something new happens. Last time was that, and I appreciate your help, like I have mentioned previously. But this time you bring me 9. They look a little emaciated. I'm guessing they were prisoners of some kind.
Yeah, they're a little worse for wear, that's for sure.
Now they're customers.
Now
Well,
they're
let's not go
customers.
that
He
far.
says, "Do they got money?"
Well, how much would it be to put him up for a night?
Listen,
Get some food in them or whatever.
Can you just tell me where they're from so I could like help them
They
out?
can tell you where they're from. They're people. What? Why are you coming at me?
Because you brought them here.
Yeah.
They're people. Go talk to them.
And she just kind of shakes her head and she's like, I'm just asking simple questions.
And I'm
just
gonna give her 10 gold. Now this isn't to like shut you up or anything. I'm literally just get them some food or maybe some clothes.
No,
if they
keep
need
your
it.
money. Keep your money. It's fine. I'll take care of that. I was just you're bringing people to my doorstep. I was just wanting to know who they were. Y'all are acting like kind of shifty about it now, so now I'm a little concerned. So I'm gonna talk to them like you said. I just thought y'all could tell me what was happening before I walked into that. You know what I mean? Just so I had some knowledge on the situation, if you get what I mean.
I mean, I'll tell you this: you got basically all of it, just from looking at it. So,
She
I don't
just
know what else
she
you're
kind of
trying to
like
get
she
from
kind of like
this.
raises a finger to like, and like her mouth is like pursed to say something, and she's like, you just see like a deep sigh kind of roll through her, and her like body just like sighs, and her shoulders kind of drop, and she's like, I don't have time for this. And she turns around to go talk to those 9 other people.
There we go.
That's
Perfect.
something weird with her. I gotta tell you that,
Problem
guys.
solved.
I just kind of look at Ulrich and I'm just like, I mean, she's not done any wrong by us. We could have at least told her the wee bit of the truth.
We haven't done nothing wrong, but right, yeah, exactly. And now she interrogated us again, even though I don't
We
know.
were deemed
She seems
innocent in our previous run.
I mean,
she
hang
seems
on,
a
hang on.
little shifty.
Just bear with me a moment. I understand it. I'm no one to point fingers about it talking or not talking. I'm way on the side of oversharing if I'm to admit it, as we all know.
Mhm.
But I cannot help feel that this person is she's connected to the snail.
Assuming she's not overtaken by a demon that's working with the cultists that we just killed a ton of.
I could probably try and detect that.
And
Do you not remember that part? We just killed like a ton of people. Maybe don't be telling the constable that we just murdered a bunch of folks.
We murdered cultists that were holding people prisoner,
Well,
forcing them to excavate in the mine.
Now,
a motto. We did
I've
murder.
been to a few trials now, and that was not a trial. So we may not be on the up and up when it comes to like judgment.
And besides that, she was asking where these people come from. We don't even know. We don't even know these people. We just help them out of a prison. So if she wants to know where they come from or who they are, she just needs to talk to them.
Yeah.
BigYin just throws up his hands at this point, walks into a pub and orders a beer.
You guys get it.
Just frustrated and disgusted at this point.
Y'all get it. Y'all get it.
I also want to drink beer.
Yeah,
That
you
sounds
guys,
like a great idea.
guys head to the inn.
I'm actually gonna. I need to stock on some arrows, and I want to check out what else is there to purchase.
Marketplace, got it. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Actually, I'll go to the marketplace first.
Okay.
Same here.
Okay. Yeah.
You
All right,
sure
guys, no
you're not
need.
taking
Well-
a beer to the marketplace with you?
What?
You're not taking one to go? Just,
Oh,
make sure.
maybe I'll do that. That's what I'll do. Great idea. I'll at least go and get one.
Okay. Ulrich, what is your game?
I'll probably go to the marketplace as well.
Okay, BigYin, are you
I'll
gonna
see what other mundane items I can get that can break the game.
Are you gonna get one to go also, BigYin?
I don't have any healing potions, but
Okay.
I'm kind of disgusted with the group right now.
Okay, that's fine. So you're gonna chill at the bar. That's fine.
No, I'll go with them, but I'll wait till they all leave, and then I'll go by myself to go look for healing potions.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, maybe they'll still be there. Who knows? Cool. You're drinking at the bar. This is a new person, as you might suspect, since the old one's dead. Yeah, just a wee lad, maybe 15, 16 years old. He's working the bar.
Do I recognize him at all?
Roll a d20.
A specific check or a d20?
Just a straight d20. I'm so excited for this roll. 10. He looks like the boy from Womford if he was older.
What?
I'll stop there and put the mug down, and I'll look at him and say, "Do I know you?"
No, sir. Not that I'm aware of. You staying the night here, sir? I got rooms.
There'll be.
He used to do that same job.
You're not here, buddy.
You're not here. Shut up.
Technically, he is. He went to get a drink.
Oh, that's fair. This is fair. This is fair.
You're right.
That's
I'll
fair.
like kind of tap Lando on the shoulder, and I'll be like,
Yeah,
"Does
I'm
he
just
look
right-
familiar?"
I'm
It's
just
like,
right
does
next
he
to
look
him.
familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys. He does kind of look like the little boy that disappeared.
Because remember,
but
I
older.
almost wanted to kidnap this kid, and then he disappeared. So then you guys thought I kidnapped him.
I love what you're saying. Are you saying that out loud, like in the bar?
Sure. Unless you hide from my fight.
I look at Lando like he's insane. I'll be like,
The barkeep
"I have
like
no
backs up a
objection."
little bit with his eyebrows raised. Y'all looking to kidnap children? Is that what's happening here?
No,
I'm no child no more. I'm a man. He kind of points at his slip. You see that? I got some hair here. I'm a man. That's why they let me run
Pardon,
this
my
bar.
friend, he's a wee bit mad.
Y'all got money? Yeah, doesn't do it, buddy. Not with after Lando says I tried to kidnap a boy that looked like him.
Fucking Lando, god damn it.
That's fine. It's fine. Y'all got money on you at all?
We have
Okay.
money for you. Don't worry.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
be back to. How much do I owe you for the beer?
You just put whatever you feel is fair, on that table there. I'll get y'all cups in the back. As he kind of scurries away, hastily to get out of your guys's.
I'll look at Lando. I'm like, did you have to go? And they think I say too much. You open your fat mouth and you say something like that. I can't believe you. You create more problems than I do. I just put 2 silver on the bar and I walk away without even getting my beer.
I'll put 1 gold on the bar and be like, "Can I get that beer?"
And he's like, yeah. And he puts the ticket. And he's like, "Would you like your change, sir?"
Nope, I'm gonna leave.
Okay. He puts that away, and you guys walk out. During this time, I'm guessing you guys probably didn't wait for Lando before you guys went to the market. I'm gonna just say probably. So you guys get to the market. Same set of wares, very standard. You can get 5 regular health potions there. They're about 80 gold pieces a pop. There are no more powders of cleanliness, though.
I already have some.
I know. And the guy who sees you is like, hey, you. Did you guys ever use that powder y'all bought?
Nope.
Damn.
One day.
You know, here's to hoping, man. These are still a test product out of Waterdeep. I'm looking to get some results on that to see whether they work.
That's fair.
So please let me know when you guys get that taken care of, please. They have your assortment of arrows, regular equipment. Nothing too fancy at all. You can restock your arrows, get all your equipment tinkered with. For the heavier set folks in terms of armor size, it will take them like multiple hours to kind of like tweak your armor, if you so choose to do that.
We don't have money.
Oh, just repairing the armor is just 1 gold. It's just kind of like tapping out the the kinks into it sort of thing. But it
And
just
you
does
said
take a couple hours.
You said they only have regular arrows, nothing.
Yeah, nothing fancy. They don't have any of the barbed arrows or any of the sucker arrows or any of those other things that the guy that, which by the way, you are the one who kind of introduced that theory to him with the sucker arrows and like things that are like kind of interesting. So he's waiting. That guy from Red Large is waiting to hear back from you on how they worked and what modifications he can do on that.
Okay.
Uh,
Which guy was it at Red Lodge again?
It's the blacksmith.
The blacksmith, alright. And then how much do it pay for?
Just 1
That's
gold
not bad.
for upkeep on arrows and repairing on your armor and stuff like that.
Alright, perfect.
Yeah, so for those of you guys that have armor on, it's just 1 gold piece for upkeep on maintenance on that. Especially after that long battle you guys went through.
I'm going to get another piton, basically refreshing my stock.
Okay.
2 bottles of oil.
Okay. It's all standard prices. Nothing. There's no upcharge at this place.
And y'all got any manacles?
Lando, by this time you're probably back with the group.
All right.
You come in as he asks if anybody has manacles.
I don't have any of those.
Lando just looks up like, no, I don't have any.
But, yeah, that's why I'm at the store.
Why are you asking me?
He wasn't asking.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I think I got something back here. Kind of you hear him like shuffling in the back, and he like pulls out this like very worn set of like iron manacles. He's like, "This is what you're looking for?"
Yeah, you got the key.
Yeah. And he kind of digs through a few more things. And he comes out with the key. He unlocks it and like tests it to make sure it works.
Great, I'll take it.
Yeah, it'll be 5 silver for that.
Actually, 2 gold. But
even better. Even better. I hadn't looked up how much manacles cost, so I was just gonna. Yeah, that's
Congrats.
yeah.
You played yourself.
I got you.
Yeah, like I said, just whatever the cost of everything is, that's how much those things cost. There's no upcharge. Actually, these are like old looking manacles, so actually selling for 1 gold, 5 silver.
My gosh, okay. I'm just still gonna make it 2 gold for.
I figured
the
with
other
everything
things
else you were buying, it was probably like 2 gold even for everything else you bought, but I wasn't sure.
Let's see. What else? I think there was one more thing.
If y'all want to round up your purchases to like the nearest gold or silver piece, whatever, I'm fine with that. I'm not super duper concerned with this stuff.
Oh yeah, and then like a book of empty paper.
Oh, do you want like a book, or do you just want like free paper with ink?
No, like a book.
Okay. You look around, and it doesn't seem like anybody here has that. Like they've got like some paper, like loose paper with some ink, but there's no bound paper with like any kind of covering.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll just take some paper. Give me like however much paper y'all got.
Yeah, they'll give you the 20 sheets of paper they have, along with a bottle of ink, and just add like 2 silver to whatever a bottle of ink charge would be, or a silver or whatever. I don't know how much the bottle of ink costs off the top of my head. Bottle of ink, 5e. Ink 1 ounce.
10 gold.
10 gold. Jesus, that is expensive. I guess that makes sense. Writing stuff in fantasy worlds, especially like in olden days, is pretty expensive. Yeah. Like books are real expensive. Let's just call that 11 gold pieces, just to keep it nice and easy for me. That's the ink plus the paper.
Let's see. Thought there was something else. That's right. Chain. Can I get a chain? 10 feet of chain.
Let me just take a look at this real quick. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. That costs 5 gold pieces.
And a lock, obviously.
I'm looking up how much these things cost.
Yeah.
You know what we can wow, that's 10 gold pieces.
Mhm.
Okay, 10 gold pieces. All right. I know what you're doing here, and I like it. I just didn't think these things were that
Pour
expensive.
oil on the chain and then make it like light it on fire so you have a fucking flame whip.
No, it's just in case we need
it's
to
just
lock a door or something, or
or
like tie
tie
someone
someone
up.
Yeah, especially for you. You're trying to get demons back to Garfield. He's trying to
Yeah.
help you.
True.
But it's also for like interrogation. But your
Right.
torture methodology is like the first thing you thought of. Is very interesting.
Yeah, just fucking oil it up.
Well, I'm thinking that as like a weapon, not
Oh,
torture.
okay.
Although you could like
Although,
chain somebody up, then put oil all over it, and then light it on fire.
Is this
But
true?
then that just seems like that'd be a waste.
I mean, the chain's not going to burn up too quickly. Like you got to get that fire burning pretty hot to get metal to burn or melt.
And then maybe you just throw them on, like a tiki torches. I don't know. Whatever. We're just gonna.
yeah. So yeah, that's all I wanted.
Sure. Yeah. Are you doing any upkeep on your armor or anything?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
I'll be
just do-
without armor. Actually, can I repair my own stuff? I do. I guess I don't have a smithing set. I am proficient in smithing. I don't.
I will say there's not something here, but if you get good with the blacksmith and Red Large, you feel like he would feel comfortable letting you repair your own armor there.
I'm getting good with the blacksmith and red large. You crazy? Dude's a cultist.
You did buy half plate armor from him.
Yeah. But
That's
I was
all.
wearing armor at the time.
Sure. I'm just letting you know, like you have made like purchasing deals with him, and Elwarin and him do seem to have a working relationship. So it's like not too far
Sure.
off that you would not be able to get a similar kind of relationship with him that would allow you to repair your own stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll spend the gold.
Yeah.
How long am I without armor?
We'll just say until like 5 o'clock when they're wrapping up shop. It's roughly like 1 or 2 o'clock here, so it just takes them a couple hours to kind of get through all your guys' stuff. Like, so they're not doing like any like major repairs, right? Like they're just kind of like fixing dents and dings and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, and if you guys ever have like severely damaged armor for some reason, that will require some like intensive repairs and like costs, but you guys haven't gotten to that point yet. Cool. Yeah. So all that wraps up around 5 o'clock. You guys are more than welcome to stay the night here if you would like, or you guys can try to get a cart going and get to the Red Large sometime midday the next day if the cart goes through the night.
I was actually hoping to buy some potions while.
You can do that.
Avoiding them.
I mean,
So
I'm sure they're not going to just sit in the market for multiple hours waiting for their armor and stuff to get repaired.
yeah,
I'm
no,
sure
I was just.
Yeah,
BigYin's not exactly happy with anyone right now.
That's fair. They may not be happy with you either. Who knows?
That's fine. It was 80 gold per
yes,
potion.
Yes.
Uh,
There's about 5 potions there.
I have 165 gold, 22 electrum, 68 silver.
Could be worthwhile to wait to get back to the Red Larch or hit up a larger town.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. There's nothing I really need. I'll wait. I'll just go back to the town. I'll just go back to the pub.
Yeah, I'm just saying with like limited resources that this town has, like you kind of like are like wandering and kind of perusing, and you think it might be better just to wait to get back to Red Larch and talk to somebody who makes their own potions, or get to like a bigger town where there may be a higher supply amount of them.
I'm gonna be buying myself a shield.
Okay. So then you're switching your sword over to one-handed, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's the regular cost of a shield, whatever that cost is. Here, let's look it up. Like I said, it's just like a regular shield, nothing too fancy. And that is 10 gold pieces.
10 gold pieces. Oof. That's...
Listen, that plus 2 AC is worth the 210 gold. I can promise you that.
Yep. True.
You could argue that might be the best 10 gold pieces you ever spent on a character if you plan on using this shield forever. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's a fair statement.
Yeah.
I think his shield is like 10 gold.
It is. So I'm saying, so I think that is probably the best 10 gold you can spend if you plan on using a shield forever.
It does add like 1 to your AC, so.
Two, I believe.
Yeah, it is 2. It's quite a lot. 10% less chance to get hit.
Pretty good. One-time gold spent. Can't complain.
It does take up your hand, though.
Yes, which does prevent people from grappling at times. And hitting.
It also means, but wait, as a hex blade, you can use your sword as a casting element, so.
Yeah, it's my focus.
It's not like you're obstructing yourself from casting either.
Yeah.
This is true. It won't look as cool perhaps when he casts certain spells, but you know, that's on him.
Yeah.
I've already discussed with him about how his spells look when they get cast, so he knows what I mean when I say that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Are you guys spending the night? You guys get in a cart? You guys camping?
I'm just sulking in the pub right now, so I'll leave that to everyone else.
Okay.
They let him back in.
I mean, if BigYin's sulking, I'll let him sulk, and we'll just get a room.
Yeah.
If everyone's not like ready to go, there's no reason to go.
Now everybody can get back all their half.
Hell yeah.
Hit dice.
Yeah.
Hit dice.
All right, cool. So because you're fairly well known in this town for helping solve the murder of Nalasker, it is 1 gold for all of you guys to have a room to yourselves. 1 gold total for all of you.
Ooh.
Total.
Yeah.
I'll pay it.
Damn.
Haven't done that in a while.
And the innkeeper looks at you, Lando, as you put the gold down, and he's like, "You're not going to kidnap no one, right?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, okay. As it's the same kid that then he just kind of shovels the
Like,
gold in.
Ulrich's like, what are you talking about? We just dropped off like 9 people.
And he's like, you didn't...
That's like the opposite of kidnapping.
What are you trying to deceive here, Lando? Please explain.
Well, I'm just trying to lie and just
Got it.
I'm just like, all I want to do is just purely just be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Got it. Yeah. You don't fool anybody in your party, but you fool the kid. The kid is now confused.
Cool. That's exactly what I want to do.
Yeah, the kid is like,
and we're just gonna walk on by.
And he's thinking, he's like, am I racist? Do I think all dwarves look alike?
Yeah.
He's just kind of rolling through his mind. What are you trying to
tell him it's okay. It's fine. Nothing's bad's gonna happen to him.
Jesus, are you lying
Whoa,
about that?
why is that? Yeah, hold on.
What the fuck?
The implications there are like off the charts.
I swear to God, if this kid ends up dead, like the last bartender of this place, I will not be held responsible for the consequences after that statement.
Oh no.
Yes, you guys each have your own room.
Oh no.
The innkeeper looks thoroughly shook as you guys walk by. Yeah, and you guys all go to sleep. Is there anything you guys wanting to do tonight? Perhaps I should direct this question to Zanril.
No, nothing. I'm getting my rest.
Got it. I mean, you can still sleep and do things at night, but
I'm extremely agitated, so I'm having trouble sleeping.
Okay. Toss and turn. Okay.
I want to try and have a conversation.
With who?
Pan.
Okay.
I want to try and meditate and calm my mind and ask a bunch of questions.
Sure, we'll get there. We'll get there last, assuming nobody else has anything to do. Elwarin, you doing anything tonight?
No, nothing planned.
Okay. Lando, you doing anything tonight?
I'll just go to the bar for a while, and then
Yeah. So you keep drinking. The guy keeps giving you drinks, and he doesn't say anything about cost. And yeah. Ulrich.
Nothing here.
Cool. All right. BigYin, you're trying to reach out to Pan, correct?
Yep.
Roll a d20 for me, good sir.
Sure. Hang on. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's get that deity roll going.
Excellent. Most excellent. So as your mind goes to reach out to Pan, you're kind of calling out to him. You feel heat all around you. And your calls fall to nowhere. Nobody's responding as you keep calling for Pan. But that voice in your head responds instead. Why do you call for this Pan? I told you he's no longer your god. We've talked about this. What more could you need from this Pan who has no value to you?
Get thee behind me, you forked-tongued Ormerdorm. I have no need of you. Go away.
I have never lied to you, BigYin.
Go away. I didn't call for you. If
But
you're going to distract my calls, go battle off and at least leave me alone. Give me a busy signal or something. I want to get back to talking to my god. I have questions.
All I have to say is, it seems your call is falling on deaf ears. And he disappears.
I'll try again.
Okay, roll another d20.
Trying to focus more, just trying to look inward and calm myself down.
Okay, roll another d20. Nothing. Goes into the void. You don't even feel heat this time. It actually feels cold and empty this time when you call. Like there's a kind of like walking into a house that's in the dead of winter that has no heating or cooling, and the windows have all been open the entire time. That kind of chill is in the air. And I don't mean like Bay Area winter, I mean like Denver winter. Or like a place that actually gets cold in the wintertime properly.
A bone chill.
Yeah.
Almost like walking into a deep freeze.
Almost. We're not talking Arctic, but we're talking like 20 degrees is the
Yeah.
standard evening time temperature sort of thing.
Yeah. I'll give it one more shot. And at least at that point, I'll stop calling out and I'll just try and focus.
Okay. When you do this, I also need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me. Wisdom saving throw, please. Your mind is engulfed in just a dark, tranquil sea. Nothing, no sounds. And then the scenery changes. You're no longer in this dark, blank ocean. You're surrounded by fire. It's a fire that would sear the flesh from your bones, and the heat is overwhelming. It almost feels like it's real. And that same voice that's been talking to you for a while says, I don't know how many times I have to tell you this. Pan is not a god. Why not just lean on me? And your mind goes blank again, and you're back in your room.
Am I any calmer?
No, I would say you're probably a little bit more agitated because all of your calls fell on deaf ears, or no response at least, and the devil in your mind has talked to you twice. And I don't know, maybe you let me know how you feel with the words that have been spoken. and kind of play that out accordingly.
How high is the DC on that dispel, or is it permanent at this point?
You're not sure.
Well, I haven't gotten my 8 hours in yet, and so I have the opportunity to burn at least one spell
Sure.
before I go try and sleep.
Last time it was a DC of 20.
Oh, fuck.
Still possible.
All this is
Yeah,
that was last time's DC. You don't know what this time's will be.
Still worth a shot. There's nothing to lose right now.
Yeah, why not? And so before I go to cast a spell, I'll ignore trying to call out to Pan and trying to call out for anything. Actually, I've had a thought. I reach for the stone, the pendant,
For Garfield?
and no, not for Garfield, not for the earring, for the Emerald Enclave ring.
Oh, okay. You put it into a pen.
Because it's around my neck.
Okay, got it.
I want to talk to Elwarin's dad.
Okay. Yeah,
Because he's a druid.
You ping Ivel. Okay.
Yeah.
He's awake. Says, "Yes, BigYin, what can I do for you?"
I'm sorry to disturb you, sir. I know it's. I apologize for the late hour. I seek advice.
If my advice is worthwhile, I would be more than happy to assist.
On 3 things. 1, a method for calming the mind when it is agitated. Not necessarily magic, but a mental exercise, if possible.
Ulrich has a great solution posted in chat for you, but that's not what Ivel tells you. He does bring up a bit about his mushrooms and like the new things he's been testing out with that, and he's been having a few varieties. But he's like, but if you're not looking for something to eat, he says, have you ever just tried to meditate and find your center and find who you are? Has that been something that has been tried? Or have you just always kind of run straight ahead with your own choices and your own decisions and your own ideals? Have you ever done any introspection?
Can I say I have? Would the mushrooms help with that?
They can, some of them. Others are deadly. And he kind of goes off on like a 2-minute rant on the new deadly ones that he's been conjuring up and testing out on how he can like make animals do his will based off different mushrooms that he's gotten. And then he kind of centers himself and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I just get very excited talking about the mushrooms, as you can
No, I
tell.
understand about the mushroom. I understand about passion. It's definitely a thing. Would you mind sending me some of those mushrooms that might help with the mind centering and maybe some instructions for their use?
I will have to talk to my wife about that. She's been she hasn't been. You kind of hear him wander off in train of thought, and he's like, let's just say she approves but doesn't approve at the same time.
I mean, it's natural, isn't it? It's a mushroom.
So you may not know this. I don't know how much Elwarin has told you, but my research is on new flora and how to improve the magical properties of different plants in our ecosystem and how to sustain life. But with life comes death. And I do research on both sides of the coin.
I mean, nature is red in tooth and claw. We're taught that as druids.
Exactly, but I dabble a little bit more on the darker side of that spectrum at times to find new ways of simulating death in order to good.
I'd say I'd trust you. You're Elwarin's father. I didn't think it'd mean me any harm.
I don't think it will either. It's just we're not quite sure how much of this research we want out yet until I've further finalized my plans and studies on this.
I understand.
But I will send you a tea recipe that will help calm your mind. That doesn't require the aid of mushrooms. And I will send that. I can send that now. Maybe after our discussion, I'll give you the recipe. Hinting at perhaps the reason why Elwarin always drinks tea in the morning. Maybe influenced by his father, maybe not.
The second, and I didn't want this getting out into the Enclave, demonic possession. Or, if not possession, influence, and how to rid myself of it. And I proceed to explain to Elwarin's father about how we came across the piece of the demon and I failed to dispel it from my mind. And, well, I got it the first time, I didn't get it the second time, and I haven't been able to get rid of it since. And I want it out.
Tricky, that one is. Garfield is always a great answer for those kinds of issues.
But he'll charge me an arm and a leg for it.
Because no one else can probably do that you know of. So just Garfield's one solution. Another is to give in. So I've seen people give in. Others just live with it forever. And maybe that devil or demon will get bored and leave them as they see nothing to gain from this person. As their mind is resolute, not succumbing to their interesting deals. But if you want it out and everything you've tried doesn't work, either a high-level magic user like Garfield or... that's really your only shot. Yeah, it may cost you something, but you can't get anything in this world for free, necessarily.
That's fair. Well, I do feel calmer and a bit more resolute. I thank you for the mindfulness exercise. And I will look forward to the tea recipe.
What's that third question you had?
What do you know of Pan?
There has been talk of Pan being removed from the Pantheon.
Why?
No one knows.
I did hear an apocryphal story of a voice on an island where sailors would sail by, and a wispy voice would come on the wind and say the great god Pan is dead. Have you heard of that?
No, that seems like an interesting tale.
But the wild does not seem to recede.
There are other nature gods, BigYin. Pan is not the one and only.
Very true. It would seem I have research to do.
Like I said, if you think Pan is your patron, do some deep meditation and do some reflection. Think if that is who your true patron is. If Pan is no longer in the Pantheon and that you feel like you have a connection with some god, who's giving you power? Just
as I always understood it,
food for thought.
We druids didn't require a god for our powers.
But if you seem to
always
be...
felt an affinity for the man.
Well, then that's probably where your powers came from. My affinity comes from my research and my work in the forest. There are those who search for Pan or other nature deities, and then there are people who just feel attuned with the nature of the world itself. You seem to be of the first, where there's some god in the way of that, especially if you are trying to speak with him. Most druids don't speak to gods.
Aye, they like the stars.
Or the trees, or the ground, or the mushrooms. Plenty of things.
Perhaps an walkabout's in order.
Perhaps. And then he goes to give you a very nice chamomile tea recipe that includes some ginger and some lemon, surprisingly.
I appreciate it. Good night.
Yes,
And
BigYin.
thank you.
Good night. Good luck with that demon.
I feeling a little calmer. I finally managed to pass out and get my full night's. The last thing I'll try, not to feel dispirited, but feeling a bit more at ease and just realizing I just need to find time to focus and realizing now's not the time. I'm still going to take a moment to try before I can, while I still can get a full 8 in.
Trying to do Dispel
And
Magic?
yeah.
All right, you need to roll a natural 20.
Really?
Yep.
Right.
So it's a DC of 27, which is your +7 spellcasting modifier on a D20 roll, right? So you need a natural 20.
And doing it again drives it up even further.
Perhaps. It seems to be either that or the time of how many times or how long it's been since it encroached into your mind. You're not quite sure.
Oh, I have to just roll a d20. That's
Mhm.
right.
So I've tweaked the spell a little bit for this particular case.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing buddy.
Yeah, no. Oh, well. Not discouraged. I just close my eyes and try and sleep.
Yeah. About 5 minutes or so after your conversation with Ivel, Elwarin's dad, Elwarin, you get a ping in your head from your father.
Hello, father.
Yes, Elwarin. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? How come you calling me?
I have news for you. The druid and ranger from Yartar that were supposed to meet you in Red Larch they're not able to leave Yartar at this time.
And why is that?
There's trouble afoot in Yartar. Lots of things moving on in the shadows. And we don't have spies with the Emerald Enclave, so we rely on our people on the ground. And unfortunately, the 2 teachers I was going to have send for you are stuck being those people on the ground in Yartar. If you ever make it to Yartar and we were able to resolve this issue, I would love for you to learn from them. But at this current time, they are a little busy and they are unable to leave right now. But hopefully we can resolve this matter soon. And you can get taught some new tricks, huh?
Understood. Is there anything? Is there any help they need? Is there anything we can do over here to help you guys figure out what's going on?
Nothing at the moment, I would say. But if you ever find yourself in Yartar, let me know. I can connect you with them, and maybe they will have something for you and your group to help them with.
So nothing for those dark shadows moving that we should be aware of or looking out for.
I mean, always, son, watch your back, especially keep your mind secure. And if you ever feel something encroaching on your mind, please feel free to contact me. We can have a discussion on next steps and things we could possibly do with that. But
Absolutely.
yeah, just keep your mind resolute and steady. And like I said, I think nothing more for you to do. This is just whispers among the trees of things happening in Yartar. I just, we just have to be safe with the werewolves rising up and a few other issues. We just have to be safe and careful, and just check, just make sure that there is maybe there is nothing, right? Maybe it isn't anything of value, but it's once bitten, twice shy. Am I right?
Yeah.
That's all. I just wish you a good night and Godspeed, son, on your mission.
I appreciate it. You and mother doing okay?
Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. I have gotten in some new mushrooms, and then he goes off on another 2.5 to 3 minute ramble about his mushrooms as he does. And then he's like, sorry, you know how I get with these things.
I know.
But I am excited. There's a possibility of rejuvenating dead forests with animals and using mushrooms to spread additional. Anyways, I digress.
DnD mushrooms.
Well, that's the focus of this year. You know me, I dabble.
Well, if you ever find anything cool that might help me and my group, let me know.
Yeah, of course, son. I will always. You're in my heart always.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. And he's like, well, if nothing else, I'll let you get to bed now. He ends the call. Cool. Yeah. And it's the next day. You guys all wake up, bright, chipper. It's probably 7 a.m. or so. Y'all have your full rest in. Sorry. One thing. Zanril. As you wake up in the morning, you hear a voice that you've come to know to be your patron. And he says, so, Zanril, have you gotten rid of that cult for me yet?
There's so much you could do by yourself, It's just like currently I'm in the progress. I'm in the doings of it.
Well, just keep your head on a swivel. There's more than one of them, right?
Yes, understood, of course.
Okay, well, keep me informed as you can. And then as this cackle, he disappears out of your head.
Hello? You still there? I really don't know how this crap works.
Yep. That's how you wake up this morning.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So you guys can all get breakfast if you'd like. What do you guys would do in the morning?
Yeah, breakfast sounds good.
Eating a meal, rations, yep.
So you can just get food from like the breakfast area. That's part of your paid fees for the night.
The continental breakfast.
Yes, the barge ride in continental breakfast. Courtesy
I will
of
ask Elwarin for some of that tea.
I don't have any tea on me.
Oh. Then I will ask for. I'll ask the chef. I'll ask the pub owner if he has certain ingredients and if I can go brew myself a tea from them.
He looks at you funny, but just kind of shrugs his shoulders and gives you the ingredients you asked for. Small doses of each, like enough for you to make one batch of it, sort of thing. And yeah, he gives it to you. He's like, do I want to know what this is for?
Tea, lad. Tea.
He kind of looks at you funny. He's like, who puts? Oh. Okay. He kind of shrugs his shoulders.
I toss him silver and I go brew tea.
Okay. calms you when you drink it.
Mhm.
Anybody else doing anything fun this morning? Or are you guys just all gonna head over to Lathander's? Not to be associated with a god. This is the dwarf Lathander.
Dwarf Lathander?
Space.
Hold on, who's Lathander? Oh, the
cart
the guy
master.
with the carts. Yeah.
Come on, man. There's only like 20 NPCs to keep track of. It's not that difficult. Come on now.
I'm pretty sure it's more than that, but
Oh, no, 100%.
That's so many.
also you've named 2 of your NPCs the same thing.
Which 2?
Lathander the god.
Well, you guys haven't met Lathander the god yet. You should have met Lathander the person.
We know of him.
You know he's a
someone
deity,
has
yes?
Someone has spoken to us in great lengths
About Lathander. Yes, you're correct. He is, yeah. He's a great worshiper of Lathander, but not this
That's
Lathander.
right. All right, yeah. I guess I'll go over.
Anybody else going to get some cart or a cart ride to Red Larch?
Yeah. That's the goal of today, this morning, to get a cart and get going.
Cool. All right, yeah. Y'all head over, go to Lathander. Lathander is very excited to see you 5, and he's very confused. He's like, wait, what happened to the guy with the mask? What happened to him?
Ulrich shrugs. Yeah, I guess he wasn't really all that happy with the whole thing that we're doing, so he just left.
He's on his own, doing his own thing here.
Got it. Well, you've brought
Actually,
a lot
last time there were 6 of us.
He's like, listen, I heard one of them disappeared during the ride, so I didn't want to bring that one up. Now that you have, do y'all know what happened to him? My guys are still a little spooked about that.
Ah, man. Sometimes people just walk out into the woods and disappear.
I have been hearing about that nowadays. People just walking off into woods, and yeah, very common. But yes, my
very serious look goes over Ulrich's face. It's like, wait, have you?
No, what? No, that was no. That's crazy. How would that be a normal thing? All
right. I just checking, just making sure.
All right, sorry. The game, man. I guess it is a little early for jokes. That's on me. Yeah. So what can I do for you guys? You guys have brought us a good amount of work. I appreciate that.
Well, it's good to hear that worked out for you guys.
Yeah. Well, you know what? How about this? Since you guys have helped me out so much, I'll give you a steep discount. 20 gold for all of you on one big ass cart to get to Red Larch.
We got to drive?
No.
Great.
Sounds good to me, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
how much are those cool pieces worth? The EPs? I guess we can't.
You can. Electrum pieces are worth 2 gold pieces each.
I thought they were worth 10 gold pieces each.
No. Well, wait.
I thought they were worth 5 silver each.
5 silver each. Yeah. Yes. Sorry, 5 silver. I was getting the platinum coins. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. No. It's yeah. So it's 5 silver pieces equals 1 electrum, which means 2 electrum pieces is 1 gold. That's on me.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Man, I always thought it was way more than that.
No, the platinum. The platinum is the 10 gold pieces to 1 of those.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten any of those.
No.
Right.
We have gotten a lot of electrum.
I'll pay it all in electrum, honestly.
I was going to say.
Well, actually, no, I can't. I can only do 16 gold worth.
I'll give you the rest.
I'll fork over. How much? What's the difference?
4 electrum pieces, or
I'll fork over the 4 electrum pieces.
I mean, I can also pay some too.
Hell yeah!
I'll have to be. What's his name?
Now I don't have electrum. Get it out of here. I don't want that shit.
I'll just pay the 4, so I'm down to 18 electrum.
I have 44.
I have 94, and I don't know why.
What the fuck?
Everyone's been like, yeah, you could have it, I guess.
Probably, yeah. I'm taking him.
God damn.
All right, yeah, all right. So you guys give him. Are you guys giving it to him all an electrum? So you're
Yeah.
giving him 40 electrum.
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, the fuck. Who the fuck uses this?
You do now.
Fuck. What do I? God damn it! I have to head to like a big city now to trade this in. Fine. Maybe I can give it to some sucker who pays me too much money and he wants change. And you guys get Garth,
Nice.
and y'all head out with Garth. Fairly uneventful ride. Takes you the day as per usual. Brings you guys over to the Red Larch. Woo! Woo!
Back,
Red
bitches.
Larch. Red Larch. Woo! Woo!
I don't know the last time we traveled this much without any complications. It's amazing. I'm enjoying this.
DM's just like, all right, let's go. Come on.
No
Come on.
encounters. Even
Listen,
for a day.
yeah, listen,
Impressive.
guys. I don't want us to take 5 sessions just to get back to Red Larch just due to the sheer number of counters you guys have
Let's
to
get it
roll.
Not
moving.
100 squirrels, bro.
And 100 angry giant squirrels attack your guys' cart. Yeah, no,
Suddenly orcs.
no. Yeah, orcs and shaped like squirrels. Yeah, no, you guys are good. You guys get through. Where would you guys like him to drop you guys off at? You guys are
Like
heading.
we're headed down to Lance Rock, right?
Yeah, so just take us back to the long road and we'll walk over towards Lance Rock.
So yeah, make sure I did. Yes, cool.
Making
See?
a beeline over to that necromancer who's probably dead now, and then we have another mystery to solve.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So you guys head down. It is going to take you guys. I think we said 4 hours walking, something wild like that. It was like pretty far away. So you're gonna get
time
there
is it
like
now?
pretty close to like 10 o'clock.
The witching hour.
Truly.
Damn.
I don't know if it's actually the witching hour. It's got to be easier. Ulrich is talking about this while walking, and it's getting darker and darker. He's like, it's got to be easier to talk to ghosts at night, right?
You think that, right?
Whole point we're going is to talk to ghosts.
You're surprised it's very calm. This. Oh, fuck.
Guys, you need to
These
toss
bad-
yourselves down here.
Are those bad dudes?
What?
Oh, I saw something on the stream.
Hey, metagaming.
You saw nothing because I haven't refreshed this in like literal months.
Oh, well, no, there were some minotaurs and shit up there.
They're always there, dude. Those are his buddies. You saw them last time you were here.
Oh.
It's been a
Yeah.
long ass
It's been
time.
a really long time since we've been here. Oh, yeah, that's when we sent the rat out there.
Yeah. No, it was the goblin, not goblin. The
Spider, me doing the spider routine.
No, but we sent like the little homie down the little path.
Yeah.
Exactly. Whatever.
It
the
was
familiar, his
wasn't
familiar.
it Useless's friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he was dead.
And then he just disappeared. We don't know that he died.
Maybe the goblin killed him.
Oh. Some freak magic accident.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys end up here. I need to find his token. Brundeln Thur. Let's find where this boy
Just
is.
refresh this. Still loaded.
It's not too big of a map, fortunately, but it will take you a second, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm loaded.
Mm-hmm.
Gathering steam.
Oh, I'm on there. Why am I on there?
Because I tossed you on there. I tossed you like Aragorn did with Gimli. So he's in the back. He doesn't know where he's going. So yeah, do you guys talk about anything on your guys' way? You guys do have 4 hours, and it is like getting dark.
Yeah, it's just Ulrich postulating about how it's got to be a good time to talk to ghosts. Trying to make it clear to the group that like the whole point we're here is to go and talk to ghosts.
And yet Ulrich is the guy who hates magic. I love this.
No,
Like out
he's
of character.
Magic used on him.
wary. He's wary of magic
He doesn't want it used on him.
because that's how you get your head exploded,
Or die. Or get teleported somewhere magical.
or you get your head exploded and survive, which I think is worse.
Maybe. You never get to see your body again, perhaps? Who knows?
He's like, just kill me and get it over with. God damn. Also in the conversation on the way down.
Yeah, no wonder I didn't see anything. It's all the way at the bottom.
Correct.
Ah,
I was like seeing a pitch black screen. I'm like, why isn't this still loading in?
Are we gonna
Yep.
run in there?
pro tip: if you ever do just see a black screen, scroll out. all the
Yeah.
way.
You'll eventually see
sure.
a bright light somewhere. Or you
Hopefully.
won't, and your character wasn't put on anywhere.
Well, let's head on in. I'm just gonna walk in until you tell me to stop.
I'll just move you to
Yeah.
where I want you guys to be. I'll just make life easier. Life easier for me, life easier for you. No, just chill, Lando. I'll move y'all as a group. If you wanna, I'm gonna move you back real quick. Move y'all as a group. And you know why not? Let's bring our little frog buddy, so he also gets to see the light of the world.
Oh, where's Frank?
Yeah,
Yes.
where's Frank the dog at?
Yes. Let me get Frank.
Everyone loves Frank the dog.
Yeah, even
I
though
don't think I have the ability to, like. Do I have the ability to? Oh, yes, I do.
I was like, I
Wait,
swear I
how
gave
did I
you.
get how did I get all the way inside the cave and then
It's the DM's moving you.
Magic.
okay, but the key the map isn't revealed and
Oh,
it's all grayed out and I have night vision. I have my goggles on.
you don't see anything?
I just see the map, but I don't see anything else. It doesn't look revealed.
Like where you're standing?
I'm working
I
on
see where I'm
fixing his
standing.
token.
Yeah, it's all grayed out because we've been there before.
It was an
Oh, there
old
we go.
token that didn't have his goggles fixed yet.
Oh, come on, DM.
True. It's always the DM's fault.
It's true.
Yeah, y'all make your way through. You see some zombies, you see some skeletons. They're still trying to work on perfecting their dexterity, and then you kind of pass through the multi-skeleton groups, all that jazz, and you come face to face with the one and only Ulrich, the necromancer boy. Ah, yes, hello. What do I owe the pleasure of your company? Where's Useless?
Well, he got teleported somewhere, most likely died. So we're here researching.
What? Where's the book I gave him?
Well, it got teleported, probably died. So we're
Books can't
researching.
Die.
Oh,
Are you telling me that book is gone forever?
I mean, you just said it can't die, so no.
Continue. I love to process this another day.
Yes. So we're researching some cultists. You know the ones.
Yes.
Well, we found one of their hideouts, and
Okay.
we need to get deeper. They made a whole lower floor wing, and the only way to get past is to speak the name of the thing that they're worshiping. And it's like an earth elemental, right? And I look at our dwarven historian friend.
He corroborates what you said. He's like, yes, a elemental evil. He says he thinks he's like,
And he's like, well, we need to know someone who's like 1,000-year-old. And I was like, well, we know someone who can talk to people who are 1,000 years old. So we came to you. Also, you know a lot about these cults.
Do you try the word all-seeing eye?
No.
That phrase.
Well, that's an easy one. Now I look like a right fool.
Because that's like the how to explain. So all of the elemental evils were at one point one being, the all-seeing eye. And then they were split. It became the air, the earth, the water, and fire. Their names lost to time. Unless... Why didn't I think of this? They must be speaking to people again. Trying to break free? But why? Why?
At this point, I raise my hand and I say, I'm not quite sure why, but there might be a fellow in my head that might know, if you can talk to him.
What?
Yeah, you know that wee bit of demon that we ended up touching the second time when we were in trying to deal with it in Garfield's office. Yeah, well, I didn't get rid of it now, did I? On accident. So, I've got a little fellow living in my head rent free for now.
Orith just takes a deep look at all of you guys now. So
Ulrich has his face in his hand, like, oh.
You're telling me that the book is gone, Eustace is in between dimensions,
Possibly dead.
and now you all
Most likely dead.
speak with devils and
Now that's a new
demons.
one.
It's not like it was intentional. I just have this asshole living in my head and I keep telling him to shut up every time he interrupts one of my phone calls.
I'll be honest. Typically, how we handle the devil situations, we kill them. But
Aye, we do.
I like look at Lando.
Orith like backs up a little bit as you guys are like kind of talking about all that. It's like
Where are you going?
I'll just leave. I'll go the other direction and I'll just walk out to make him feel better.
One second. As you okay, you do not get that far that quickly. You could hold your horses there, cowboy. God, just hold your horses, cowboy. You get to be here. We'll say. Yeah, you get to there. He's like, okay, I. This is a lot to process, gentlemen. This is a lot. And who's the new one?
Ulrich shrugs.
You don't know who you're traveling with?
His name's Zanril. I think he also talks to someone in his head. I don't know. We haven't really figured it out.
No, I don't talk with him. He just talks with me.
Oh, well, that's better.
Yeah.
I shake my head like, no, it's not better.
He looks over at Elwarin, who seems to be the only sane one here. Elwarin? Do you have voices in your head too?
I don't have any voices in my head, no.
Roll deception for me, please.
I think I'm the only one without voices in my head.
Lando too.
No?
No, Lando was too dumb.
Mm-hmm. It's too stupid to get the voices in his head.
No, I mean, doesn't he talk with Garfield?
Oh, I see what you're saying now. That is a fair point. Yeah. So you're lying when you say that because you got a devil in your head, most likely the same one as BigYin.
I haven't heard any voices in my head in a while, so
I think it's been 2 days since your last dream.
it was a dream, but that doesn't mean that I know I have a voice in my head.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. It was an
I didn't-
unintentional lie. Then I'll say that you don't have to roll
Yeah.
deception. It was unintentional.
Yeah.
It's like a lack of like knowledge, right? It's like just not
Yeah,
knowing.
honestly,
yeah, that's fair.
in character right now, I
Yeah, I think you believe
Not
that
aware of-
there's. Yeah, you're just not sure. You just think something comes to you at night and keeps you having a recurring nightmare thing.
That would be a persuasion, though. I
Yeah,
believe
yeah,
in this
yeah.
situation.
I think that's gonna be persuasion. Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, it's an unintentional lie, so I'm down to keep that as a persuasion roll. Okay, that's better. That's better. He's like, okay. Kind of comes back a little bit closer. And you want me to do what now?
Well, we need to talk to someone who's about 1,000 years old who knows the name of the evil elemental.
You.
So then we can open the gate, go down, kill the rest of the cultists, and stop him from coming back or whatever. Because it sounds like they're wanting to come back, from what you're saying.
He kind of sits there and he's like trying. He's like, you guys see him like kind of a loss for words as he tries to like. He opens his mouth a few times and just kind of closes it as he tries to like formulate the words. He's like, you do realize I don't just get to call any spirit or dead person. It's I have to have the body or the soul here to talk to them, right?
No, why would we know that?
I just kind of hollered from the back, we know absolutely nothing about necromancy. Useless was the one who knew that. And he's not here.
And he didn't tell us nothing.
That
Kept
tracks.
things very close to his chest.
This tracks. Yeah, so the way that necromancy works typically is I have a body of someone or something that's been dead, and then I can either then raise their spirit and capture that in a vessel and speak with them that way, or I can just revive them via just their spirit and their soul portion and have a conversation that way. But soul capturing and spirit capturing and all that stuff is, when I don't have the body, is very risky.
BigYin mutters to himself, it's too bad we didn't bring any of the bodies of the people we killed.
But it's not impossible, is it?
No, if you had someone who knew and they were dead, I could talk to them. Yes, that is something I could do. But if you wanted me to summon a spirit that knew this answer, there'd typically be a sacrifice of some sort. Probably some kind of. And he kind of shudders. He says this, some kind of devil pact.
All right. Now we're getting somewhere. I think we got one of those, right?
What?
I like gesture to BigYin.
Are you saying he's a sacrifice?
Well, aren't there ways around? Can't we like lie?
Wait a minute. BigYin, I think, has an idea of where Ulrich's going with this. He walks over to BigYin and he walks over to Ulrich and says, so wait.
You move your character?
Slowly, he just like walks to about here, taps BigYin on the shoulder, taps Ulrich on the shoulder and says, so you no mean to sacrifice me? Are you saying I should accept the deal this bastard's offering me?
Well, I was more thinking like we could offer a different body and then sacrifice that one. And then we get like kill two birds with one stone. But I don't know how all this shit works. So maybe, I don't know.
Oh, wait, Lando, weren't you looking for demons for a reason? Like, for the bounty?
I mean, a little bit.
Here's an idea. Let's say we pull this one. Oh, wait, no. Well, he already knows what I'm thinking anyways.
Well, you don't know that for sure.
I pulled writing implements out. No.
Yes, guys.
I'm-
If he's in my head, he won't know what I'm writing down.
I'm
He
trying.
can't. He can't
It's like-
see through my eyes.
Wait. No, I'm sorry. You're right. Nope. Dumb thought. Dumb thought.
He won't know because
no.
I'm not thinking about what I'm writing either, guys. It's gonna be complete gibberish on the page.
Lando, Ulrich, explain what you're thinking here. And oh wait, hang on. Actually, I'll just kind of. I don't know. I'm
Look.
like, maybe I should not be here for this part of it.
Hey, Mr. Demon, Devil, whatever. I like yell directly in as close as I can into BigYin's face.
BigYin, roll.
Oh Christ! Wisdom save.
No, this is just gonna be like a Constitution save to see if your eardrums like erupt. Yeah, just straight Constitution, DC of 10. Not very difficult. But he's yelling
if
right
the
in your
dice
ears.
if the dice will roll,
We'll find out.
roll 20 is being a bit of a pain right now.
It'll do that.
Yeah, it definitely does that once in a while.
But actually, let me on a different thing. Just roll slash 1d20 plus 2.
Is your Constitution save 0?
No, it's plus 2.
Okay, yeah, just roll 1d20 plus 2. DC of 10.
14.
Anybody else see that on their screen?
I'll screen cap it if you need to.
Oh, that's fine.
I rolled it in a separate window.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. No worries.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so Ulrich yells very loudly in your ears, and they ring for a little bit, but nothing else happens to you.
That's minor
same
illusion.
thing.
And have it go.
Okay, so what do you having this minor illusion do?
Huh?
What are you having this minor illusion do?
Echo what he just said throughout the whole cave.
Got it. Yeah. It is if you guys could imagine like a Grand Canyon kind of echo, that's what's happening here. It just beats down throughout the entire cave. You just hear that for probably a solid like 20 seconds. The echo of it. It gets quieter as it kind of fades into other spaces.
Yeah. I was gonna say the duration's a minute, but
I mean, there's not that. I mean, it's not the cave isn't big enough, and I think the sound would travel too far away for eventually.
oh, it's an illusion, so
Yeah.
you know, it could just
Fair,
like,
okay, fair enough. Yeah, you however you want that echoing to sound like. Yeah, that's what happens for a solid minute. It's just Ulrich yelling. You guys just hear Ulrich yelling for a minute as it echoes around the cave.
All right, now that I got your attention,
Are you still yelling? Just
I mean, not after that. No,
okay. I wasn't sure.
I'm just trying to like continue this.
Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't sure if you were like continuing the same tone and pitch.
No.
Yeah, that's fine. So continue. Sorry.
All right, we got a plan for you, devil, demon, whoever y'all. We're gonna put you in a better body so that you can give us information. How's that sound?
There's no response. Well, BigYin, you don't feel anything.
You know, I'm not quite sure that's how it works.
Well, I don't fucking know.
This is so good in character.
Y'all got any
mean,
better ideas? We
I
got a
could
devil.
always- I
We
could
need a
accept-
sacrifice.
I could just accept the deal and then you could kill me.
Now don't threaten me
I-
with
yeah.
a good time.
I'll rewind a little bit here. Are you saying in character that you're fine with the party killing you?
I mean, if it gets us what we need.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
All right, Mr. Necromancer, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Does it need to be a sacrifice, or can there be some other, magical mumbo jumbo you can do?
Sacrifice is best so you are not required to make a deal.
I do hate. You know who loves making deals? Oh boy, it's finally coming out in our favor, guys.
Are you actually gonna have me make a deal?
I think you
Well,
meant
not
for
you.
Garfield. I think you meant Garfield.
Not you. You're not gonna be making a deal. We got a boy back home who likes making deals all day long.
Why would Garfield make a deal with
With a
this guy?
devil? That's literally what he does.
Interesting.
Zanril's opinion of Garfield is wildly changing as
What
the
the
conversations
fuck is
happen.
going on?
It's like I just kind of looked out at Ulrich. It's like I'd preferably not die. There's a few things I'd actually like to accomplish.
Well,
if
that's what
possible.
I'm trying to make it so you don't die. We get this devil in contact with Garfield to make a deal so you don't die.
I mean, the guy in my noggins actually offered me several deals, just for power and information.
Well, let's not be
Told me
jumping to conclusions on
You know,
those.
he said if I accepted, he could teach me to lock down that barrier, do all sorts of things.
I mean, that just sounds like a one-way ticket to all of us getting our heads exploded.
Why do you think I didn't accept it?
And that's why I don't want you to. You sound like you got something to say there, Zanril. This,
No. I don't have anything to say. Just quite intrigued about the situation and how one wants to die for the sake of the team.
Broldenthar's been slowly backing away from y'all. As you guys have been talking about summoning demons and stuff. It's like I thought y'all were good folks. I didn't think this is the space we'd be.
Oh, are you willing to offer yourself? Volunteer?
No, don't.
I'm
Leave it.
yeah, we're not gonna be sacrificing you. That doesn't.
I would hope not, considering you.
Yeah, right. It don't make any sense.
Is that why you saved me?
No, what?
He's just eyeing Zanril now. He's just eyeing Zanril as he takes another step back.
Boy.
No, I just look at the guy and I say, I'm sorry for disturbing you. I'm going to just leave. Because it's quite clear that my presence wigs you out. And I didn't want to cause you any distress. I apologize.
It's not you so much as y'all talking about making deals with devils.
No, we're not gonna be the ones making the deals. All right, you guys. I think it's time. Let's go talk to Garfield.
Dun 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 dun. All right. So we'll say you guys head out. It's gonna take you guys.
I'm surprised there wasn't more of a reaction to that.
From who?
I'm surprised you are willing to go even speak with this human.
Right.
Yeah, so it does take you guys 4 more hours to get back, and it's 2 a.m. at this point.
Oh, maybe we don't need to go to see Garfield right now. I feel like nighttime's not the best time to see Garfield. If you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
I'd say for like 2 hours, it's just Ulrich in silence trying to puzzle out what you mean. Like, I don't. Is he sleeping? Does he sleep?
Does he ever sleep?
Why would he care?
He's like, is his true form out at night? Is that why?
Yeah. It's just the whole time you were walking.
Sandro is just like looking at Ulrich and all that and just tips his hat, and then he like slowly transforms to Ulrich, just pondering about Garfield, what he does at night and all that. Just like mocking him and mimicking him.
See, this guy gets it.
As
Don't make any sense.
Yeah, as he transforms into Ulrich and just is like following Ulrich step by step behind him in the same mannerisms.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Are you guys heading to Garfield's or are you guys heading to Swinging Sword?
Yeah, I'm gonna be going to Garfield's. We got a fucking devil-possessed man in our party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, let's just go to sleep real quick. It'll be fine.
I mean, it has been fine like for like the week or so he's been in his brain
Ulrich
for,
doesn't
right?
know that he's been possessed. A little bit of a higher priority than killing cultists. The fuck?
Sorry, mate.
We've like fought together. What the hell?
He's like, yeah, and it's been there the entire time.
I slept in your magical tree.
Exactly.
Your broken magic. Oh my god.
I broke it saving your ass.
Did you?
I did.
Or did your devil break it?
I broke it.
Great. Even better.
BigYin, roll an intelligence, just straight intelligence roll.
Oh Christ. It's not negative.
That's it's a plus. You're not sure.
No. No.
You're not sure how it broke anymore. Now that you're thinking to it. Was it the devil? Was it you? Was it something else? You're not really sure.
Great.
Was it Pan?
Yeah. Oh. Plot thickens.
Plot twist.
The great god Pan is dead.
Yeah. So you guys are heading over.
Pantheon.
Yeah, so you guys head over to Garfield's spot, and are you guys just knocking on the door? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, Ulrich will be knocking on the door.
Okay, so as you knock on the door, you guys hear what sounds like rumbling thunder and lightning crackle, and you smell sulfur in the air, and it smells like a thunderstorm that's brewing within the house itself. And with that, we shall end the session. Thank you all for joining us.